Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. I'm your host, Simeon Russell. Subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified anytime I go live, drop a video. We're about to go ahead and get this thing started, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to see if the Knicks can try to pull off a win, salvage the Summer League just a little bit tonight. They play the Los Angeles Lakers at 9:30. The Knicks are 0-3. The Los Angeles Lakers are 0-3. Most likely, the Knicks are not going to make the playoffs for the Summer League. You know, they take the top 24 teams. The Knicks are probably not going to be in that top 24. They can salvage it tonight, though, if they can get a win. We can get Barrett to play well. RJ played well the fourth quarter last night. Maybe he can play well again tonight. Maybe it's going to roll right over into this game. Let's hope so. Kevin Knox, he's played a decent Summer League, but he's still kind of faded away. Let's see if he can continue to play. But anyway, we got Summer League games coming up. The New York Knicks versus the Los Angeles Lakers. And we're going to see what the Knicks can do. We'll see if the Knicks can salvage the Summer League. Send us away feeling good. All right? Send us away feeling good. In the chat, we got some guys in the video chat right now. We got Viv. We got Guermo in the chat. So we got the regulars here. Looking right now in the YouTube chat, I see Ghost Rider. I see Cruz. I see Aaron Berhane. Guermo's in the video chat. Leroy Green, Mike Morgan. Got a lot of the usual guys here. Thank you guys for being here. I definitely appreciate you. You know, we're gonna let me refresh. I'm gonna refresh my little screen down here. There we go. Our starting five tonight. You can see it down in the lower corner. Kadeem Allen, RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, Ignaz Brazdeikis, Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is actually third in the Summer League, I believe, in rebounds, 11 rebounds per game. I like that. Like the way that sounds. Want more of that. Hopefully he can bring that to the NBA when the season begins. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk to these guys. Let these guys introduce themselves. If you want to join the video chat, it's appear.in/NBK. Let me give you a couple of rules before you join. Make sure you have good audio. If you're using your phone, if you're using your laptop, whatever you're using, please do not have it on speaker. You need something that's wired, plugged in. That way we can get the best audio possible. Make sure you have a good internet service, good light. If you're having video, make sure you have good light so that we can see who you are. And before you enter, please put your name in so that we know who you are. All right, we need to know who you are so that people know who they're speaking with. All right, so let's get to these guys here. Let's talk to them a little bit. You see Viv, you see Guermo. You probably wouldn't know who. Oh, now you do. Now you know who Guermo is because he put his name in. See, first he had guest up there. Now you know who he is because he put his name in. So let's say what's up to these guys, man. Viv, what's going on with you?
What's going on, Sim? I love the intro, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That's just that's not my beat. That's a beat, a free beat that I could get off of someone from YouTube. His tag is on there. Allow me to use the beat. So,
gotcha.
That's pretty cool. And then, of course, walls.io, got a nice little thing going on there. So it's nice.
Nah, I think some of us can supply you some beats too. I'm pretty sure there's some people in the chat that can make beats.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, and I welcome it. As long as I'm going to listen to it, and if as long as I like them, then I put them up there, and I definitely tag them. I put their name up in the corner too. I just haven't had time to make. I haven't had time to make my own beat for it, and I've been working on some other music for some other stuff, but not really on a beat for this.
Yeah,
one of these days I will.
I haven't toyed around that stuff in a while, but I got the stuff. I got the program, so I can just toy around with it. But it's been a minute though. It's been a minute.
All right. I do have something I'm working on for Guermo though.
What's up?
Got that Haiti baby. I got that Haiti baby beat I'm working on for Guermo.
It better be
Yeah.
hot, man. This guy,
It's gonna be tough. I got a nice little surprise for you with it when it's all done. You know, I'm taking my time to perfect it. Like Dr. Dre says, taking my time to perfect the beats.
I was watching the Hot 97 interview, where it's like Madlib did his first interview ever. This was with Mad Gibbs, and they were talking about the Dilla drums. And that just like inspired me to like, I need to go back and just toy around with this stuff because, just to talk about how they like no one could ever perfect those Dilla drums. It's just like, so many people have tried and so many people are just like, as I said, all right, I'm leaving it to Dilla. I can't touch that. I can't touch the Dilla drums. But,
right.
It just inspired me now. I hear that because I just listened to it in the morning, so that just kind of like inspired me.
Yeah, man. Get on there and do it, man. What's going on, Nate? How you feeling?
Good, man.
Look, I'm good. I mean, it's just, let's hopefully we throw out last game for the most part, and we come out with a good amount of energy today, and let everything else play out, right? Will it be pretty? Probably not, but hopefully we'll see incremental progress, and maybe RJ felt a little more comfortable today. Or yesterday compared to his first two games.
Right.
So, perhaps this final game, he might feel more comfortable. He might have a better offensive game. Think about it, he actually didn't have a bad game. Yes, at least stat line wise, he filled up the stat sheet. So, maybe he'll do the same. I can certainly hope for it, and it's very possible. So
yeah, and that's the hope, man. That he's starting to. This is what I noticed from him last game. I didn't feel like he was rushing. I felt like he slowed himself down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he slowed himself down so that he can really, just kind of focus in. And really, that just comes along with playing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just comes along with playing. You slow yourself down, focus in. And then you can have a good game. You know what I mean? So hopefully he brings that same mentality to this game.
You know what it is? Is sometimes there's like an adrenaline rush, especially for guys like him that come out of school. It's just like, having Duke on TV all the time. You got that whole national coverage, and then you kind of double it down a bit with all these fans and everybody watching the Vegas Summer League. That it kind of gets it gets too much, right?
Right.
It's almost like imagine. It's bigger than just like Duke versus UNC or whatever. This is like this is like twice double that to the extent. So perhaps things have slowed down. That whole anxiousness and whatever. Just I think he'll be better today, and hopefully again we see more other players give other players some opportunities too. I don't want to push some of our regulars. I think there have been concerns, maybe you're playing Mitch too many minutes, so maybe it might be a good idea to try to, let some other guys share the minutes a bit. Same thing for even, Knox to an extent, Kadeem, let others play. I like Lamar Peters. Lamar Peters is actually a pretty solid guard, and I want to see more of him. I want to see more of him today.
Okay.
Or tonight, actually. So
yeah. I think see, and just the whole thing with RJ Barrett. Not only do you have all of the excitement, from the first game, and you're finally in the NBA, but then you also have he didn't play as well, so now. Listen, he's a young kid. He's 19 years old. He's on social media, and he pays attention to social media. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now you're seeing these things on social media. You're seeing things in the paper. Now you're pressing a little bit. Now you're pushing a little bit. He finally had a good game, right? So now having a good game, maybe he can relax. He got that monkey off of his back. Maybe he can relax. Damn near had a triple-double the last game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had a pretty solid game. And I think, like you said, I think sometimes also seeing other players, if he's, you might have the feeling like, why can't I play well if someone else is playing well? That feeling like, someone else playing well, why can't I play well? So,
right.
We're talking about a 19-year-old kid at the end of the day. These are still very young kids, and, they can be influenced by a lot. It's kids, right? So,
Exactly.
They'll be all right. I think they'll be all right.
Yeah. Guillermo, I'm gonna come to you in a minute, Nate. Guillermo, what do you think, man?
Sorry, I kind of had to do something real quick. What were you guys talking about exactly?
We were just kind of talk about, we were talking about RJ Barrett, but RJ Barrett, not just RJ Barrett, anyone. We're talking about, what is it that we want to. I don't know what Nate's doing in the background. Obviously, he has chips or something. That's Nate and his chips. Can't get on the stream without having chips, right? But the Knicks are warming up right now. 9:16, Knicks are warming up. Looks like this game might start a little bit early. I'm telling you, this whole summer league, it really does remind me of AAU, man. In AAU, the referees, the referees getting paid $25, $30 an hour per game, $25, $30 per game, right? And look, they want to get these games going. So if one team gets over early, they'll come to you, but hey, your game might be at 10:15. If the other game gets over at 9:45, they're ready to start at 9:45. And you really got to be like, no, let us get this half an hour of warm up in. Let us get this half an hour. We can go over some plays. We can stretch, get a good stretching. But this summer league kind of really does remind me of AAU. The Knicks are already out there warming up. Hopefully the game doesn't start until 9:30.
Because it's an ESPN game and because it's the Lakers, they're probably going to stretch it till 9:30 just because they want all the fans to. I guess the fans who probably bought the tickets probably are watching this game, but. Yeah, if it was any other game, they would have just started early. Like, let's just start this game.
Yeah. So I need my man that just joined us with the Yankees cap and Nate. I need you guys to put your name down at the bottom. Put your name. Put your name. I need you to put your name in. I don't know if you have to make an account, whatever it is, but we got to have your name so that people know who you are. Guillermo, so what do you think, Guillermo, man? We get a chance to salvage this tonight. What do you want to see from these guys?
Well, again, I could care less about whether we win or not. I actually like the fact that if we don't make the playoff or whatever the SL playoffs, we have time to. Some of these guys just reflect back. Allow them to consume this, take this all in, not overexert themselves for some extremely meaningless games. What I want to see, though, I want to see RJ. I want to see more sets where they have RJ Barrett taking up the ball. Because I think RJ Barrett, he could be a lot more dangerous if he's facilitating and there's a little bit movement in terms of like pick and rolls or he could get a little bit more open space. I think right now he's pressing because whenever you see him get the ball, a lot of times he's getting the ball on the wing and he's trying to rush a shot or he's trying to drive into traffic. And I think that if you have a guy like RJ Barrett, like I said before in college, when you see him, when he passes out that double team, when he has some space to either make a pass or make a drive, he's a fairly solid player, so I want to see them actually utilize him taking the ball. Have a big guy, whoever his defender is, kind of out of the space of the paint and allowing some of the guards and even a Mitchell Robinson to kind of get free under. And I just want to see them use that. Use his height and his athleticism. I know he's not the most athletic, but use his athleticism to kind of create more space. Right? Don't have RJ just jacking up shots in front of people. Or trying to do that, with a hand in his face. Try to give him some space, give him some confidence. And it makes the offense a lot more easy. When you have less guys crashing on you or committing on you in the center or wherever you drive into, it makes the offense that much more better. So I would like to see them use RJ in that capacity. Iggy, keep doing what you're doing. Iggy's going to be, at his ceiling, I think is going to be a top 3-and-D guy. Continue to give him those looks. Same with Knox. I want to see more off-ball looks with Knox. Just, I like Knox with the ball in his hand a little bit in the summer league too, but I think Knox again is a guy that if he comes around some screens, some curls, gets the ball in open space, he could be a lot more deadlier than trying to just jack up shots in guys' faces. Even though he has some success with jacking shots in guys, jacking the shot with the hand in his face. And again, my last biggest thing for these guys, make Mitchell Robinson shoot some damn shots, man. I don't care how bad it looks. I don't care if he has that hitch in a shot. I don't care if it looks like Chuck Hayes or old school Wilson Chandler. Have this guy shoot some damn shots. This is the time for him to do it. There's literally no penalty. There's no, no one's even doing like a boo or air ball. There's no pressure. Shoot the ball so you have some feeling in a game time situation. So you maybe that carry out the preseason. And then when the regular season comes, you can do that in the regular season. You can take the 2 or 3 shots and create some space for this offense, man. Because whenever Mitch Robinson gets the ball, you know what he's going to do. When he gets around at the foul line, when he gets to the 3-point line, that's the answer to jack a bunch of threes, but you know what he's going to do. He's going to hand it off, is going to cut to the basket. He needs to have more arsenal to his offensive game, so he's not just a pick and roll guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this.
Let
me ask you this. We hear there's a lot of people on Twitter, social media, all over the place, saying, and I just seen it here in the chat as well. The Knicks have 3 potential starters playing in the summer league and can't win the game. What do you take from that? As it relates.
One thing I don't like Mitch playing all these minutes. I said that before. I just don't like him overexert himself in summer league games. I understand maybe preseason just because it's close to the season. But if Mitch is going to be your main center, and we didn't get a legit, I know we got Taj Gibson. I would have liked a Robin Lopez or some guy who's around his size who kind of do the same thing he does, who's a vet. I just don't like Mitchell playing too much. But these other guys, potential starters, you're talking about RJ Barrett. Again, these are rookies. What happened to us? What happened to teams easing in their rookies in? You don't have to have RJ Barrett start your season. That's why you picked up all these other vets. But I'm saying, what do you take from that? Do you take from that these are 3 potential starters, meaning that the Knicks, regular season is going to be, not going to be able to win a game because, you got 3 potential starters here now, and they can't beat guys that are coming out of college, can't beat guys, that are running around the G League, guys that are trying to showcase themselves here just to get into the G League? Or does it just not really matter? It doesn't really matter. I don't even understand the qualms. Again, this is Twitter. This is social media. I think it's just, let's just argue and complain for complain's sake. You know what I mean? So you're talking about potential. Again, the word potential means that there's obviously a numerous amount of possibilities, right? So potential also means that these guys might not be your starters. They might be your starters. They might do extremely well. Starting out, they might not do extremely well. But again, you have a bunch of vets to offset that. So you have a plan where, okay, if RJ Barrett comes in and he's hot, this guy is hitting the NBA running, okay, you can play him. And if he's not, you have a vet where it's like you don't have to say to RJ, we're depending on you. Like, remember last year with Trier? Last year with Trier, I thought was the wrong strategy. You have this kid who was hot in the preseason, and now you're starting to depend on him for major minutes and major points. And when there's a little issue with his game that's not really suiting the totality of the team, you can't really say anything to him because he's a guy that's scoring you points now. You can't really hone him in. Now you have these veterans, a guy like RJ Barrett, he can come in and be hot. You don't have to play the veteran. And again, these guys are on 2-year contracts, 1+1, one and a player option.
Yeah.
So you can trade him, you get rid of him if RJ Barrett is that guy starting from the beginning. And if he's not, you can ease him in situations. So again, it's complaining for complaint's sake. Like I don't know. It's just.
Well, I think some people may have, and it's not just Knicks fans. Some people may have, a point. I for one, I don't feel that Mitchell Robinson is going to be the starter day one. I think that Mitchell Robinson still needs, to build some strength to be able to defend NBA caliber centers.
I'm serious, man.
You know what I mean? I think that I don't think Mitchell Robinson has that strength yet to really defend one-on-one NBA caliber centers. He's got a little ways to go.
He's the only guy that I had an issue with in that he's playing too many minutes. I said, but yeah. You can get a vet. Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson as a center, 6'9" center.
Well, but he's strong. He's strong. You know what I'm saying? It's not all about just the height to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have strong lower body, strong upper body, and strong lower body, you know what I mean? Some of these centers that's in the NBA may not even be able to back Taj Gibson down. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so strong. You've seen with Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis was 7'3", and sometimes he had trouble backing down guys that were 6'4", because he was like Marcus Smart.
Clamped on him. Marcus Smart did the same, yeah.
Yeah, Marcus Smart's like 6'4", right? And KP couldn't back him down. He had to try to turn around and shoot over top of him. I'm not too much worried about that. It would be.
What I was trying to say is that when you have a guy like DeAndre Jordan, I understand what you're saying, Sim, but I'm not necessarily, when I look at the development of Mitchell Robinson and a veteran center, I'm not necessarily looking at the production from the veteran center more so. I'm just looking at a guy who can kind of replicate what Mitch Robinson is doing, right? Hey, him and DeAndre Jordan were both over 7 feet. And it's like he can relate to DeAndre Jordan, I think, more so than Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson's game is just a little bit more grit, right? He's not going to – his footwork and his size, he can't teach that. He can teach footwork. He teach certain things, right? Keeping your base and blah, blah. But I feel like DeAndre Jordan can do that or did it better because he's at the same height.
Yeah,
he's a little bit bigger than Mitch.
Get that.
But he came in the NBA kind of like – well, a little bit muscular, but kind of like the same size. That's what I was trying to get at.
He came in the NBA the same way. I mean, he was a second-round draft pick, I believe, right? And he played where he was, his game before he developed a resemblance of a post game was, just kind of running to the rim off of lobs. That was, they were Lob City over there. That's what it was. I get that. But if we're talking about, just being able to have a center that can come in and win games, not really teaching Mitch, but having a center that can come in and be able to play some defense, get some rebounds, maybe get a few buckets here and there, and can actually start. I mean, Taj Gibson can do it. Bobby Portis can probably start at center as well. He's 6'11". He can't block shots. He's not a shot blocker.
Yeah, he's not
Bobby Portis. So you're not going to be getting shot blocking out of him. But if you're worried about size, he could at least be out there. He can also spread the floor, and get the opposing center out the paint, so we can have lanes for guys like Dennis Smith Jr., Alonzo Trier, those guys to penetrate. So we'll see. There's some options out there. But I don't know if Mitch is going to be the day one starter at center. We'll see. I just don't know if he's going to be. You know what I mean? I'm going to come back to you, Grumble. Let me get around to these guys. Nate still hasn't figured out how to put his name in. Everybody else can put their name in except Nate. What kind of phone are you using, Nate? I mean, are you using a flip phone?
I don't know where to
What's going on, Nate? Huh?
I don't know where to do it. I try to log out, and I try to find where I can put my name in. I don't even know how to do it.
I don't know. Did you ask one of these guys here in the chat? They could probably tell you how to do it. Do you have an account? Do you have an account set up?
No, that's probably why.
If you set up an account, then it'll automatically, every time you log in and you come on, it'll automatically put your name up there.
Okay, so I need to set up an account. Okay, I'll get that.
Yeah, set yourself up an account, because we want to have everybody. It doesn't cost you anything, but we want people to be able to know who you are. We got a lot of new people who join us every stream, so we want people to know who you are and who's talking. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We haven't seen you all summer league, right? So how you feeling?
The window's too full.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah. So how you feeling about summer league, and what do you want to see from this game here?
You know what, man? I've been really disappointed because I know Vegas. You can't take that to heart, but Vegas had the Knicks higher than what they are now. I feel like the Knicks have underachieved a lot. And it comes back to, again, the two things that killed us last year in the season: breakdowns in the fourth quarter and bad defense. And the Knicks in this summer league, with the exception of Toronto, have been in both the first two games, but we could not shoot a lick, and we gave up on defense. We stopped playing defense. And I feel like to these young guys, that's going to continue to be the problem. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know when the light bulb's going to go off, but maybe that's just what you get with young teams. They struggle, they get nervous, whatever it is. They stop playing defense. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that is what it is. They're all, these are first and second year players out here. So there's going to be, and not only are they first and second year players, but they're 19, 20, 21 years old. So there's going to be mental lapses. There's nothing you can do about it. There's going to be mental lapses. That's the reason why they went out and they got some guys. You've been asking for it, right? You've been asking for it.
Yeah,
they went out and they got guys that can play defense. Yeah, they went out and got guys that can play defense, that want to play defense, and that'll be able to teach these guys how to play defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know what? People need to calm down on RJ Barrett, man. Because let's be honest. This guy was not known as a shooter coming out of college. This guy was terrible at three-pointers. His claim to fame was getting to the basket, getting and ones, taking it to the cup.
I say before the All-Star.
It was not shooting the ball. So we should not be surprised that he's shooting this bad. What I think people are sleeping on is his defense has been decent. His rebounding is really good. You don't really ever see guards get 10 rebounds. And they talked about him. That was one of his strengths coming out of college, is he's a great rebounder for his size. And then you're starting to see a little bit of the playmaking ability with a 6 assists. So I don't know if he's ever going to be a good shooter. I'm just going to be honest. I really don't think he will be. I think he's going to be a very sporadic shooter.
Why do you say that? What have you seen that makes you think he's not going to be a good shooter,
man.
or won't be able to be a good shooter?
His form. I don't really like his form, and I feel like he kind of presses on his shots. Like,
I think he has pretty good form. I think he has good form. You know, his elbow is tucked. He's got the nice elbow high. It's tucked. He shoots from the top.
But it comes off weird, and it's almost like a knuckleball sometimes when he shoots. I don't know. I mean, I just don't think he's going to be an efficient shooter. I think he's going to be in around the 42, 41 range, which is fine for a guard.
Okay, we'll see. That's not fine for me. I want my guards shooting at least 45%. I want, my guys that's on the floor, I want them shooting at least 45%, man.
Well, you hope that percentage is going to jump because he's going to take a lot more shots in the paint. He's going to get to the cup more. He's got to get stronger. He's got to get stronger and smarter in the paint.
Well, I think he's pretty strong. Any young player has to get stronger. I think he's pretty strong. The one thing I will say, he can get to the line. He does a good job getting to the line, and if he does that in the NBA, that's going to be great. Even if he's a low percentage shooter and he can get to the line, that's going to be good. The game is about to start, ladies and gentlemen. Well, he finished a little bit better last game. He shot 43% from the field last game.
He got better.
So let's see. Let's see what he does. I think the big thing he needs to do is be able to knock down that three. If he can get that three, if he can get his 3-point percentage, 3-point percentage to about 35%.
Yeah.
At some point, that'd be really good.
I'd like to see him in the post game, man. I wish they would work him in the post, man. He's 6'7" and he's a big body.
Well, we don't know if he has post moves yet. We got to know. We don't know if he has post moves yet. You know what I mean? If he has,
should start working on that because he's 6'7". I would definitely take advantage of that. He's going to be bigger than most guards out there.
Yeah, well,
around the size. Well, point guard.
Maybe. But we don't know if he's going to be playing point guard. Most of the time, he's going to be at the shooting guard or the small forward. But those guys are going to be around the same size. If he does play against a point guard and he's got a 6'4" guy on him, then hopefully he can, do some work in the post.
I got a weird feeling Fizdale's going to try to play him at point. I don't know why. I feel like because they have him having the ball in his hands a lot.
Let me just respond for a minute. Alwyn Duarte said most 20+ scorers don't shoot 45%. I disagree. You know what I'm saying? If you're scoring 20 points a game and you're not shooting 45%, then you're probably shooting a lot and with a low percentage, and I don't think that's necessarily good. If you look at a lot of your best players, they do shoot 45% from the field at least. They shoot about 45%, maybe somewhere around 44%.
Some guards shoot around 40%.
But to me, 42% is not good for a guy that's shooting. 42%. R.J. Barrett, I think the other. What was he? I forgot what 42. I forgot what it was. 6 for 17 or something like that. To me,
25%.
6 for 17 is not. I don't know. I think you should be shooting at 45%. 45% to me is decent enough. If you're shooting 43%, that's not good. But you got
to agree, Sim, that his calling card is going to be getting to the cup early on, and until he can really get more consistent with that 3-point shot and even a mid-range shot. It's going to be his ability to get to the hole and get to the basket or get to the line. Yeah. That's where he's going to score a lot of his points.
Yeah. So the Knicks go up 3. R.J. Barrett with a nice screen and roll to Mitchell Robinson, who dunks it down the lane.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Knicks up 5-0 early over the Los Angeles Lakers. And we've seen the Knicks go up early in just about every game that they've played and have not been able to sustain it. Hopefully we can sustain it tonight. R.J. Barrett with the ball. And like Guillermo was asking for, R.J. Barrett's had the ball in his hands a lot so far. Screen and roll with Mitchell Robinson again. Oh, I'm sorry. That was no. That was actually Kadeem Allen with the ball in his hands. My bad. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. They got the screen split, and I'm looking at it on a small screen. I couldn't see who was who. But R.J. Barrett is going to the line. So excuse me on the mistake there. But so far,
Hey,
with the box score, so far, go ahead, Nate.
did you see that Kawhi signed a 3-year deal with a player option in 2021?
Yeah, I'm not even looking into 2021 right now.
I know. I'm just saying, man. He left it open.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. People have been talking about it. I'm not even looking into 2021 right now.
No
I'm
worries.
thinking about,
I was just throwing it out there.
that's a wow. That's a wow from now. You know
Hey,
what I
man,
mean?
you never know what could happen.
And Mitch Robinson, no, he didn't block the shot. I thought maybe Mitch blocked the shot, but he definitely got in the guy's way.
Barrett made a free throw. Thank God.
And Knox hams in the rebound, takes the ball coast to coast, and converts the layup. And one. Kevin Knox going to the free throw line. And listen, Kevin Knox has been having good early starts. The Knicks are up 8-0, 7:59 left in the first quarter, right? The Knicks have been having good starts, but they haven't been able to finish it off. Let's see if we can finish it off tonight.
Ooh, nice move by Knox.
And Kevin Knox knocks down the free throw.
Knox is going to be my most improved player of the year.
Hopefully. We'll see. You know, he had a good summer league last year as well. You know what I mean? And the Lakers scored their first bucket in the paint. The Knicks are up 9-2. Kadeem Allen advances the ball up the court, kicks it over to Mitchell Robinson, who finds R.J. Barrett on the wing. R.J. Barrett in the lane, scoop, but he's going to the line. He missed it, but he's going to the line. Nice little scoop shot by R.J. Barrett. These guys like this little scoop shot. R.J. Barrett's going to the line, and we need R.J. Barrett. Listen, I think R.J. Barrett's going to go to the line a lot this season. I can see him going to the line 5 times a game, 5-6 times a game, which should be pretty good for him. He's got to be able to knock down these free throws, at least shoot 75% from the line. He knocks down 2 here, so the Knicks are up. The Knicks have 11 points early in the first quarter. The Los Angeles Lakers knock down the 3. On the way up the floor, Kadeem Allen has the ball. Comes off the screen with Mitchell Robinson, kicks it to Knox. Knox pulls up the 3 off the dribble, misses. Mitch Robinson hams in the rebound. Back out to Iggy. Iggy knocks down the 3, 14-5. Now 14-7, New York Knicks, as the Los Angeles Lakers drops in 2 off the mid-range. Iggy, the ball in his hands, kicks it to R.J. Barrett for 3, short. Los Angeles Lakers ham in the rebound. I don't mind that shot by R.J. You know, hopefully one of these days he'll be able to knock those in consistently, you know, and score consistently, you know, from the 3-point line. We'll see. He's got to work on it, you know, but the more comfortable he gets, the more he'll be able to knock those down. And I see my man Muhammad Ali down there. I'm going to get you, my brother. I didn't forget about you. You know, the game started. We're going to get going. As soon as we get a little bit of a break, I'll get to you and we can, you know, I'll chop it up with you. Thank you for joining the chat, by the way. 14-9, New York Knicks are up 5 with 6 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter. And we've seen the Knicks be up in the first quarter throughout this summer league. Iggy with the ball on the wing, comes off the screen from Mitchell Robinson to the cup. No. Knicks ball, 6 minutes and 17 seconds left. Knicks are up 14-9. I like Iggy, man. I really do like that Iggy plays within himself. He does what he can do. R.J. Barrett misses the mid-range jump shot. Sooner or later, he's going to knock those things down. I think, I know Nate was saying that it looks like maybe the ball comes off a little bit funny. I like, he's got good form. And it looks like he has a soft enough touch. He's just got to be able to knock him in. Iggy, short on the 3. Lakers come up. Bringing the ball up in transition. Spread the floor out. off the screen. Knocks down the mid-range. 14-11 New York Knicks. Kevin Knox advancing the ball up the floor. You got to love that the Knicks got guys that are 6'9", 6'10", that can advance the ball up the floor. You know, Kevin Knox looking for a foul call, did not get the foul call. The Los Angeles Lakers missed the layup, bad layup. Knox on the break to the cup, and one. Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox is looking stronger out there, I'm going to tell you. And he's looking more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? He's looking more aggressive going to the cup. And, you know, listen, when Kevin Knox gets bigger and gets stronger, I'm going to tell you, the way whoever number one is for the Lakers, Kevin Knox dipped the shoulder, you know, gave him a little nudge with the shoulder. He's going to be able to bowl people over. You know, when he gets a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, speed gets up a little bit, Kevin Knox is going to be able to bowl people over with that move. You know, everybody wants to hate on him. Be patient. Be patient. Give this guy to year 3 and 4, and see what happens. The Knicks up 16-11, 5 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first quarter. King E161 says, Sim, how you feel about Knicks not shaking hands? Yeah, I didn't even realize that or see that they didn't shake hands. I'm not exactly sure what you're saying. Did they not shake hands? Explain that to me a little bit. I didn't see what you were talking about, and I'm not listening to the telecast. So if they spoke about it in the telecast, I didn't hear it. All right, so explain that to me a little bit, and then I'll be able to give you my answer about the Knicks not shaking hands. In the meantime, while we're waiting for the game to get back on, the Knicks up 16-11, 5 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Let me get to my man, Muhammad Ali. Ali, what's going on, bro?
What's
up
going
with
on,
you?
Sam? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you feel?
I'm good, man. I just want to say I'm a fan of the show, man. I've been watching for a while, kind of silently. But
Okay.
I appreciate what you're doing for the Knicks fans and the culture, and glad to be on the show today.
I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate you. Where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, man, but ironically, I live in Dallas, so I'm going to be able to give y'all some firsthand impressions of Porzingis this year.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what's up, man. Yeah, definitely. Give us some firsthand. Yeah, let us know what's going on with KP out there.
Down there. See, yeah, I still like him, you know. I hope he didn't diss New York like they say he did, but I still like him, you know.
Okay. All right. I mean, you know, KP is, you know, doing KP things out there. We'll see how that's going to go, you know what I mean, with KP.
Yeah. But I'm definitely happy about the Knicks, and I kind of back you on the sentiment when you was talking about the media giving the Knicks fans, like, acting like we all sad and depressed and giving this false narrative, when actually I think most Knicks fans, like you and me and everybody else, were happy about the direction that the team is headed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, this is the first time since I've been a Knicks fan that the Knicks have really started over and just took a group of guys and really tried to build them up and develop them. The first time that I've seen it, you know, so, you know, I really feel good about it. Nice move by Kevin Knox, although he didn't convert, gets the rebound, puts it back in. Kevin Knox is killing it so far. The Knicks are up 19-11. I like what I'm seeing from Kevin Knox, man. I had a caller on last night who wasn't too impressed with Kevin Knox, didn't like what he was saying. I like what I'm seeing from Kevin Knox. You know, he looks strong. He looks confident. It's only summer league. We'll see if he can do it in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But I really do like what I'm seeing from him. And you know, when this, you know, he just caught the ball, you know, just a few possessions ago. He got the ball in the mid post. You know, was able to use a nice little pivot, get himself around. He went to the cup. He missed it. You know, but it was a nice move, nice strong and aggressive move. You know what I mean? And you know, this guy, shouldn't sleep on him. Let's not sleep on him. Don't sleep on Kevin Knox.
Let me ask you a question,
he's got talent.
Because a few minutes ago you said that you don't think Mitch Robinson will start when the season starts. So as far as our young guys, who do you think should start, and what do you think the rotation should be from veterans to trying to develop our youngins for the future?
You know, it's going to be tough to say, man. It depends on what the Knicks. I think it depends on what the Knicks are looking to do this season coming up. Right, if they really want to try to make a push towards the playoffs, you're going to play the best players that you have on your team. You know what I mean? And you're going to start a lineup that Your lineup doesn't always need to have the best players in it, but you need to have a lineup that's going to work together, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and sometimes your best players aren't in the lineups that work together. You know, so you're going to have a lineup that really works well together, and then you're going to have, you know, your other lineups. And you hopefully all of your lineups are going to work well together. So your starters aren't always. That's why Lou Williams comes off the bench, right? Because you know, for a lot of teams, it just works that, you know, he may be the leading scorer of the team, you know, but it works that he comes off the bench, you know. So a lot has to do with lineups. Looking at this team,
do that thing where he starts different people every night like he did last year.
Yeah, I don't want him to do that.
I want to see some consistency in this.
Yeah, I don't want him to do that. You know, so looking at the team and looking at the young players we have, you talk about R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox. I think R.J. Barrett is going to get the chance to start right off the jump. And you know, he's a third-round draft pick. Maybe he should get that chance. When we look into the forwards and the centers, you know, if the Knicks sign Marcus Morris, he might be better than Kevin Knox at this point in his career. You know what I'm saying? Be able to defend better. You know,
that'd be a step backwards for Knox, though. I'm going to start into the
you know, I'm not sure though if it'll be a step backwards. I mean, last year he started off on the bench, right? He was behind Frank Ntilikina those first few games. He was behind Frank Ntilikina. You know, he started, then he went to the bench. Went to the bench. I'm not sure if it will. It may actually give him the chance to not have that starter pressure on him and allow him to just come in and play basketball because he doesn't have to, you know, be responsible for winning, right? He can just come in and play his game a little bit, get some tutelage under Marcus Morris if the Knicks end up signing Marcus Morris. You know, so that could be something that helps him out. In my opinion, it could help him out. I feel like
I can see that too.
You know, I feel like it doesn't do the players any good if you just hand something to them. If you just say, okay, you know, yeah, last year you was our ninth, you know, you were our first round draft pick. You were drafted number 9 last year, and we're just going to give it to you. You're just going to start just because, right? I don't think that really, you know, that doesn't allow them to earn it. It doesn't allow them to see that, you know, their spot can be up for grabs. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, making the guys really earn it, really work for it, allows them to feel like, you know what, this may not always be mine. I better keep my ass in gear. You know? So it depends on what the Knicks are going to be doing, what they're looking to do. If they're looking to, you know, try to win games, then they're going to start the best players or at least the best lineup. You know, and someone like Mitchell Robinson may not start. Kevin Knox may not start. We'll see. But by all means, if they're the best players out there on the floor, then start them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, we'll see how it goes. Let's put it like this: the Knicks are going to be pretty deep. They're going to have good depth at every position. You know, so if somebody gets hurt, you know, you're going to have a guy that can come in and still produce. Do they have enough? While they'll be pretty deep at each position, do they have enough talent still to to compete for a playoff spot? We'll see. We'll see how they gel. You know, if Julius Randle's every year he's been in the league, he's stepped it up. He's gotten better every single year. We'll see if he could take another step. You know what I'm saying?
He might be an all-star.
You know, he could be. We'll see if Dennis Smith Jr. can take a step. We'll see if Kevin Knox, see if these guys can take steps forward, man. If these guys can take steps forward, and that's what a lot of people are discounting. They think that our young players, Kevin Knox, Julius Randle, even, he's still young. They think these guys are not working to get better and they're not going to take steps forward. You know, these guys are going to take some steps forward. So, you know, we'll see how it goes there. Right now, the Knicks are up 25-14, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. In the first quarter, 2 minutes and 45 minutes left in the first quarter. Right now, Ignaz Brazdeikis is leading the Knicks in scoring. He's got 6 points. He's shooting 50% from the field.
Yeah, yesterday my man said you screw that name up every time.
He said I screw it up every time, right? So I'm trying to make sure I say it right.
Yeah, I was on yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to get one last word, and I'm gonna be out, Sam. I appreciate the podcast and the things you're doing for real Knicks fans. You know, I'm glad to have another voice for Knicks fans besides Stephen A. Smith. And it's a lot of people watching you, man. Your channel's blowing up, and congratulations and keep up the good work, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it.
All right. I'm gonna be out, man, but I'll be back on whenever I can.
Okay, sound good. All right, man. And let me get that right. Iggy, he has 6 points. He's not leading the Knicks in scoring. He has 6 points, though. He's shooting 50% from the field. Kevin Knox is actually leading us in scoring. Kevin Knox has 8 points, and he's shooting 50% from the field. 3 for 6 from the field. He also has 4 rebounds. Like to see Kevin Knox hit the boards. Mitchell Robinson, he has 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. RJ Barrett, he's 0 for 4 from the field, but he has 3 points. He's 3 for 4 from the line, shooting 75%. He also has 1 rebound. Kadeem Allen has 4 points, 3 assists. Lamar Peters just entered the game. He's got 1 point. Tyler Kavanaugh has 2 points. Andrew White III has 2 points. The Knicks up right now, 24-18. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter. And yeah, I'm interested to see what the Knicks are going to want to do when they come into the league this year. I think that they're going to want to win games. They should want to win games. Kevin Knox for 3, no. White got up high for the rebound, but lost it out of bounds. The Knicks should want to try to win games this season, though. In my opinion, they should want to try to win games. If you look at the Brooklyn Nets, and people don't want to bring up the Brooklyn Nets, but if you look at the Brooklyn Nets, if you look at the Los Angeles Clippers, one of the reasons why they're able to bring in, the Clippers brought in Kawhi Leonard, they brought in Paul George. The Nets got Kyrie, they got KD. What's the reason? Why? Because those teams had an infrastructure in place. They had something to sell. They had something to say, look, these guys have already been successful. Both of those teams made the playoffs without having stars. You know what I mean? And, so it's important. It's important. And so many people want to discredit culture. They want to discredit culture. They want to discredit an infrastructure. And they think that you just get a couple of star players and it's all going to work out. Everything's going to be good. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't happen that way. Doesn't happen that way. So the Knicks are on the right path. They're doing the right things. Let's not talk about 2021. I don't care about 2021. It's 2 years from now. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who has an opt-out clause. I'm not even going to talk about it. Because to me, that's we're just stargazing and star chasing, when we talk about that. Let's get these guys up to snuff first. And then we can take it to the next level. The Knicks up 29-21, now 29-24. And, listen, 29 points. Listen, the Knicks had 29 points in the first quarter. Last night, the Knicks had 34 points at the half. All right, so they're obviously playing a little bit better. Right? And you can see, they and this is the thing about Summer League. You got a bunch of guys just coming together. They're going to play 4 or 5 games, not much practice time. As they play, teams will get better. Why will they get better? Because you start to build some chemistry. You start to feel and understand what guys are doing on the floor, what your teammates are doing on the floor, and those type of things. So, you're going to look better. You can see them doing more things, right? Running more sets, running more actions on the floor. I don't even want to say sets. Maybe I should just say running more actions on the floor, because they're a little bit more comfortable with each other now. It takes time. It takes time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get to Guillermo, see what Guillermo thinks. Guillermo, what do you think? What do you think so far about what you're seeing?
It's funny because if you see what Knox and RJ are doing, they're kind of trying to do the same moves, going to the basket. But Knox, and I'm not going to make a proclamation, but it seems like he knows how to leverage his strength a little bit more than RJ right now. Obviously, he's had a year in the NBA, so he's probably been told, hey, you need to strengthen up a little bit. But when he drives to the basket, you kind of see, like, it may not be the prettiest, but he's getting leverage to at least get the ball off the backboard into the hoop. And then RJ is kind of doing the same type of moves, and it's not working. But I mean, again, I think RJ has, and if you've seen how RJ's played, like he's not just chucking up shots anymore. He does need to improve his free throw shooting, or at least work on that. If it's not, you see your boy Travis Ware, or Travis Ware, Travis. The guy used to be on the Knicks.
Hey, let me tell you something. A lot of people, look. A lot of people was upset. Including, I don't know if I was upset. To me, it just is what it is, right? But and Iggy just scored a layup. The Knicks are up 31-24. But a lot of people was upset because Travis Ware. We were supposed to have the first pick in the second round this year, right? Because of our record. Right?
Yeah, we gave up a really good second. I can't remember exactly where, but I think it was something good like that.
Well, we traded that pick that was supposed to be we were supposed to have the 31st pick or 32nd pick in the draft. We traded it for Travis Ware.
Yep.
But guess what?
Can I ask you a question, Tim? Who would you have taken? Because I see a lot of people in the chat room saying they would have loved to take in Taco Fall. Who would you have taken if you're looking back at the draft? Who would you have taken with that? Say it was the first pick of the second round. Who would you have taken?
I'm not sure. I have to take a look, but I wouldn't have taken Taco Fall.
Yeah, I think people just get hyped up from the summer league blocks and that little charge that dude took and he flipped out.
Yeah. I wouldn't have taken Taco Fall. I don't believe that Taco Fall is going to have a long career in the NBA. That's just my opinion.
Right.
I don't think he's going to have the speed. Maybe he does get on a team, at some point. I don't think Taco Fall is going to have a long career in the NBA. That's my opinion. But listen, if we would have never traded that second round pick for Travis Ware, we wouldn't have Ignaz Brazdeikis right now.
Where we weren't trading for that second round pick, but Iggy was chosen
47th. Well,
so
we might.
With
I don't know. They might have, according to Steve Mills and Scott Perry, when they went and they watched Iggy play, Kadeem Allen with the fast break layup, Knicks up 33-24. When the Knicks seen Iggy play, they both said to each other, "This guy's going to be a first round pick." That's what they thought. So maybe they would have taken him.
I think that. No, you know what? I take that back because I'm thinking the Knicks could have probably used. Nah, forget it. Because I'm thinking that you try to leverage that and move up into the first round. But this year, if you thought, I guess you think Iggy's going to fall, even though he had a first round grade and their eyes on him. Maybe you just expect him to fall. Maybe you don't move up for him because this draft, outside of Bol, who I'm not the biggest fan of, there weren't really any guys that, there weren't any potential Giannis's that you move up into by leveraging that second round draft pick. And one thing I want to say on Kadeem Allen real quick, if y'all see how Kadeem Allen it was a few plays ago, but look at how he went around on that pick and roll, how he hounded the point guard. He went over the pick and roll and gave the point guard literally, first of all, you could have said that it could have been an offensive foul in the center or whoever set the pick. But essentially, when you do that pick and roll, we're going to need a lot of that from our point guards. I know Kadeem does it, and this other guy, Alfred Payton, does it. But a guy like DSJ, he needs to learn from just that simple move alone. It stops a point guard from getting a clean look at the basket, shooting the ball off the pick, which a lot of guys, Dame Lillards, the Currys, all these top point guards do. So that was really nice to see by Kadeem Allen, especially after that awful game yesterday. But hopefully these guys like DSJ can take that because guys like DSJ, you can work on your explosiveness and all this Instagram stuff. I want to see one of these guys have a video where they're working on defense. They're doing moves to basically work on using their hips versus their feet. And they're closing down guys in summer leagues or closing down guys in drills with, resistance bands on. I want to see that type of stuff. I'm tired of seeing stupid Instagram videos that don't amount to any stats in the regular season.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, I mean, Hey, and as Cancer put out a video playing defense, right? I mean, he did. Cancer put out one playing defense. Give it up for him. Give it up to him.
When did he put out this video? Are you talking about that awful video where
he put out
on the tread mat or the step mat?
No, he put out a video last year doing defensive slides and stuff like that. Cancer put out a defensive video. His defensive footwork was slow as ever, but he put it out there.
Oh,
to let
my
everybody
Lord.
know that he was working on defense.
Oh, please stop it. I want to see Frank go to. I want to see Frank. Well, not Frank, maybe. I want to see DSJ go to one of these Harden camps, and I want to see him like have a video where it's like I shut down James Harden, and essentially what the hell that? And essentially he shut down James Harden. He shut down
what
all
are
these
y'all
guys,
doing?
and they can't score on him. I want to see something like that. I don't want to see you at Dykeman.
Yeah,
I don't want to see you at the
we'll
Rucker.
see.
Like your favorite point guard from last year was doing. Baby AI. What's this guy's name? The one that's on the Mavericks now. The one you love.
Who? Trey Burke?
Trey Burke, your boy. Last year,
He wasn't like my
at Dykeman or wherever he was.
He wasn't like my favorite point guard. He wasn't my favorite point guard.
On their weaknesses, man. DSJ needs to work on that weakness, man. But I want to see whatever he's doing with Chris Paul. I would love to get a. I'd love to get an update on that because I'm really interested in what he's trying to learn from
it could have been just, it could have been one workout or something like that. Well, we don't know if it's, something that was just that they've been doing for a while. I don't know.
That's true, but remember, hey, put it like this: there's some guys like when Dwight Howard went to go work with Olajuwon, it's a joke because he didn't do anything at Olajuwon told him. But when LeBron James went to go work out with Olajuwon, he did incorporate some of those. Nice job by RJ. He did incorporate some of those.
There you go, RJ.
Moves into Arsenal when he played down low that year with Miami, and then the year with that first year with Cleveland. So
one thing that I think these guys need to do, right? You gotta, if you're going to work out with somebody, like Dwight Howard going to work out with Akeem, to me it doesn't make sense. Their body types are just totally different. Right, I understand. Right, I want to pick up some post moves, but you're not going to be able to do the post moves that Hakeem could do because your body type is different. You got a different. I mean, Hakeem is long and athletic and elusive. Dwight Howard is not that. You know what I'm saying? Now, what did they work on? I don't know. Maybe it's just footwork stuff, but you should be working with someone who at least has the same body type. Right, so that you can probably do some of the moves that they might teach you.
I'll give you that. And it's tough because a dream shake, I think if you don't have like that little quick twitch, it's tough to get that dream shake down pat. I mean, maybe he worked. Dwight Howard, no one really fits his body. One great player fits his body. I mean, the only guy I can think of is like a young Shaq, but Dwight Howard's game was mostly power anyway. So
yeah, I mean,
he came in the wrong time in the NBA. But the NBA started to pass him by because we became more of a finesse league, especially for big men. So it's just like if you weren't developing that stuff in 2004 when you got drafted, whatever, it's just hard to.
Yeah, nice pass from RJ Barrett there. Nice pass from RJ Barrett to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, another block on a 3-point shot. But no, they didn't call a foul. The Knicks up 39-25. Double-digit lead.
RJ. Look at that pass by RJ, Sim.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
talking about, man.
Right. Listen, let me tell you. People talk about the kid. He has a very good sense of the game, and he does have a good touch on the basketball.
Yes.
And I look at that. Nate says that he thinks he knuckleballs the ball when he's shooting. I think that RJ has a pretty good touch on the ball. And I think that means a lot when it comes to shooting. And that's why I think that he will be able to develop a good jump shot because he has good touch.
Yeah, it's a soft shot.
Yeah.
Like a guy like Westbrook, I was looking at his shot, and he actually has sometimes he knuckleballs it, but he actually has like rotation, and it's just too powerful. The arc is not there. It's not consistent, but RJ actually has like a good. It's a very nice, soft touch. So even if it's not the greatest angle, it's still because of the arc. It still has a chance to go in and maybe possibly hit the backboard, go and stuff like that.
He's just got to work on his accuracy.
I think we got to chill out on RJ. The kid I want to see RJ facilitate more. The more he facilitates, the more his defender can't. Other guys can't help out. He take his guy one-on-one. Like I'm telling you, RJ takes the right steps. Listens to coaching, like it seems like he does. They say he has a great work ethic. This dude's gonna be a major steal for us. Even though I know he's third guy, but it's gonna be a major steal in terms of.
Well, let me say this. His father is not gonna let him not work. I can tell you that. Nice move by Iggy. and Iggy's going to the line. I like what I see from Iggy, man.
Yeah, Iggy, man. He got that little spin move, Sim. He got heart, man.
Yeah, he's got a lot of heart. He's got something. You know, he may not get a lot of playing time this year. Maybe he does. But, you know, we got a lot of forwards. You know, but, you know, it'd be good for him to, you know, he'll be able to learn and develop on the bench. And then, you know, maybe in a year or two, comes in and he's hooping. He's young. Listen, he was a freshman. He was a freshman this year. Coming to you, Nate.
This is why DSJ is so important, Sim. If DSJ, because put it like this, I like DSJ's "you ain't gonna touch me" attitude. I like that in terms of other teams. If he could play with these young guys, I'm not saying all these young guys are gonna start, but if he plays with a style that's fearless, but it's smart, right? It's not dumb shots. It's facilitating. It's pushing. It's playing hard defense.
Yeah, Mitch.
You know, and he commits himself to where, all right, I'm not gonna score 20 points a game. I'll give you 15 points. But I'll give you 8 rebounds. I'll give you the right passes. I'll get guys the right looks. You know, these young guys, not to say that veterans don't work, but, you know, if you're out there playing with like a Rip Hamilton young kid, you're playing out there with a Jason Kidd, you might get, feel a little pressure. You don't want to make the mistakes or whatever. But if you get one of these younger point guards, like a DSJ, to kind of get these guys to galvanize around them, I'm telling you, this team is not, you know, they're not far off from a high 30, low 40-point win team, especially in the East, man. It's a lot of possibilities, man, with DSJ, man. He's like the wild card, I think, to our team just because of his talent and what he can do. Potential.
Nate, you were going to say something. Go ahead, Nate.
Oh, my bad, Nate.
You're still live, Guillermo. You're still live. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, I was just curious. What are your thoughts on Kadeem Allen? Have you been impressed with him? Disappointed?
You know, I mean, from what I've seen so far in the summer league, I'm not as impressed as I was during the regular season. And Nate, do me a favor. I need you to turn that down and back.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, turn that. Turn it. Or actually, I mean, if you could turn that sound off, because if we can hear it, they might think I'm copywriting it. You know what I mean? You know, I don't want them to think I'm copyright, doing copyright infringement. But, you know, they got him on a two-way. So, you know, you got him locked up there. Does he take minutes from Frank, DSJ, or Elfrid Payton? Probably not. Probably not. Although he's a guy that I like from what I'm seeing now, I don't know. I don't know if he does.
I think the point guard solidified with Payton and DSJ as the backup. I mean, well, either one. One of those two are going to be the starter.
We'll see. You know, we'll see. We're going to see what kind of development Dennis Smith Jr. has. Right now, RJ Barrett in the post. Nice spin to the hoop. RJ Barrett with the throw down. The Knicks up 43-25. Got an 18-point lead. Man, and, RJ Barrett is looking more and more comfortable out there, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, RJ Barrett has 9 points. He's 2 for 6 from the field. So he's not burning it up. But he's doing all right. He's got 9 points, shooting 33% from the field. But he's 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Not bad. I mean, that's 66.7%, but it's 4 for 6. All right, he's got 3 rebounds and 1 assist. We'll see if RJ Barrett can continue to get comfortable out there.
See that move?
See if he can continue to be comfortable out there. He's sick, not feeling well.
He's not okay.
Yeah.
And Wooten, why is he in play? Why is he not playing?
Who?
Wooten.
Oh, Mitch to the cup. Nice move by Mitch. I like that.
Yep.
He looks smooth. Nice Ralph Sampson type finger roll. That was pretty.
Chill, Sim.
I mean, come on, man. That was a Ralph Sampson type. That was pretty, man. That was pretty. Mitch got a lot of talent, man. I'm trying to tell you. Get that out of here.
His defensive ability is amazing.
Mitch got a lot of talent. I'm telling you, man. He's got a lot of when he harnesses all this talent, man. That kid he got a lot of things that he's going to be able to do. A lot of things he's going to be able to do.
Oh.
I want to give a big shout out to Marty Knicks. Thank you for the super chat. And listen, Marty Knicks is not happy with our third pick. You know, you got to give him a chance. He says Iggy is better than our third pick. Shake my head. We'll see. We'll see, Marty. Marty don't like Canadian players. It's kind of like Mark. He thinks Canadian players are soft. The Knicks up 45-28 with 5 minutes and 59 seconds left in the second quarter. And right now, we'll take a look at the stat sheet real quick. Looking at the stats right now, R.J. Barrett. We'll start with R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett has 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Ignaz Brazdeikis, he also has 9 points, but he's done it only on 6 shots. He's 3 for 6 from the field. Well, R.J.'s done it on 6 shots too. Iggy is also 2 for 3 from the 3-point stripe. 1 for 2 from the line. He's got 1 assist, 2 steals. Kevin Knox has 8 points. He's 3 for 7 from the field. He's got 5 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson, 7 points and 5 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson also has 2 blocks. Kadeem Allen has 7 points, 4 assists. All right, Lamar Peters plays. He's played 3 minutes. He has 1 point, 1 rebound. Tyler Kavanaugh has 2 points. Andrew White III has 2 points. VJ King's played 4 minutes, but he hasn't done much. Markel Crawford, Amir Hinton, Zach Irvin, and Billy Preston. Neither one of those guys have played. Kenny Smith, Alonzo Trier still sick, and Kenny Wooten doesn't look like Kenny Wooten's going to be playing tonight either. Those are your numbers right now. All right, we'll get back to our guys up here.
Hey, Sim.
Yeah.
Hey, check it out. Iggy looks like a steal so far in the second round. I know it's only summer league, but man, I like the way the guy plays. He plays fearless. He's got that playmaker mentality. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a hard-nosed guy.
He is.
It's going to be interesting where they kind of put him on the what spot, if he's going to play like a poor man, a small ball 4 or a 3 guy.
Yeah, well, in college he played for R.J. Barrett with the ball at the top of the key, kind of in the wing. Gets a screen from Kavanaugh and Knox. Kevin knocks it down. Kevin knocks it down. Kevin Knox the second.
Did he add a second on there?
That's what it says. That's what it says on his back. Knox the second. I think his father's name is Kevin Knox. He must have decided to go with Kevin Knox the second. Kevin Knox grabs the rebounds, bring the ball up the floor. Knox for 3. And he barely grazes the rim on that one, but hey, that's all right. I'll take it. Yep. That's that heat check. I'll take it. That's okay. And there we go. See, this is where, he kicks it out, they turn it over, but, got a little bit.
Exactly, right. I know, I feel you still.
let him get in that lane a little bit. If he was a little bit smarter, he would have just pulled it up. It's all right, though. Peters brings the ball up the floor, running the point guard spot. Lamar Peters, couple of dribble moves to the cup, kicks it out to Kavanaugh for 3. He misses it.
Ooh.
Lakers on a break up the floor. The Lakers bring the ball out off the screen and roll, penetrate to the basket, and that screen and roll killing us once again. Once again, Lamar Peters advances the ball up the floor. Gets the ball to Kavanaugh. Swings it over to, I'm not even sure who's that, 26. Not even sure who 26 is.
It's Hinton.
Amir Hinton. Swings it over to Amir Hinton with the shot in the lane, but he missed it. It wasn't a bad shot.
Oh.
And again, once again, in the lane, a blocking foul on Kevin. Did they call block or did they call charge?
That's a block. They called a block. Yeah, I don't know.
They called a block.
I think he was above the line.
Yeah, they called a block. The Knicks up 48-32 with 4 minutes and 16 seconds left in the second quarter.
And it's such because, Sim, if you look at, I think it was I want to say it was a second game.
You think Kenny Wooten's going to get a training camp deal?
Hold 1 second. Go ahead, Gormo.
Okay.
Go ahead, Gormo.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think, remember, because I know with that pass where it went out for the Lakers, that's the thing. I don't know what it is that we got to teach these guys is like that our 3-point defense, you got to be aware of it because look what happened. Yesterday we got burned by it. The second game we didn't get burned by it. If I remember in the beginning of the game, it wasn't as bad, but it was because the other team, I forgot what it was, they were just missing their shot. So
yeah,
I don't know what it is, Sam, but we gotta these young kids
not good at rotating.
Gotta defend that perimeter a lot better.
Shooters.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you this: it's very hard, especially in the NBA, because you got a lot of good 3-point shooters. So that means you got to close out tight. And then what happens when you close out tight and fast? They dribble past you. You know what I mean? And so, what are you taught? You're taught to kind of get out there and inch out a little bit. But guys can get that ball up so quick and shoot the three. It'll look like Barrett knocks down the three. There we go. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yep.
This is what I'm talking about. Barrett on a break. Oh, he missed the layup.
Man,
but
y'all are ahead, man. I can't.
Hinton got the rebound and put it back in with the putback.
Y'all like Barrett now, right? This chat, man.
But yeah. But but it's very hard. It's very hard in the NBA, man, because if you close out too fast, they're gonna go past you. If you don't close out fast enough, they're still gonna light it up. They're gonna let it go. I don't know what Nate is doing.
That comes down to spacing, right? That comes down to spacing, spatial awareness, and knowing where the ball is, like from your peripheral, right? You don't have to have your head directly. If the ball's not on you or in your vicinity, I don't think you don't have to look dead at the ball while the play is going, because essentially you're gonna not know where your man is, and you're lost. So I mean, I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. Your peripheral should always be open to where your man is and where the ball is.
Well, yeah, you always got to be on a swivel, right? Like you're learning. Oh, nice move by Barrett. That's what I'm talking about. People like to talk Barrett. A lot of garbage. They want to talk about this kid, but there you go. He's playing ball. He's getting comfortable. Let's see what happens. Like I said, I had the video. I said I'm not getting too high or too low on anybody. Exactly. He traveled, but they let that go in the NBA. He traveled. Look, he traveled when he got the ball, and he traveled when he got to the cup. No wonder why he was so wide open. RJ Barrett, 14 points, 4 for 9 from the field. Kevin Knox gets the loose ball on the. He let it up. He tried it. Tried to let it up for Barrett. He should have just went ahead to the cup with it. The Knicks up 55-36. Listen, but the Knicks are holding the lead. That's the one thing. The Knicks are holding the lead. Barrett feeling himself a little bit. Pulls the three. Missed it.
I don't mind the heat checks, man. But damn,
But the Knicks, when the Knicks have had double-digit leads, they've let them go. Not tonight so far. They're up 55-36 over the Los Angeles Lakers with 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. And listen, the Lakers probably would have had a better team if they didn't trade their draft pick to the New Orleans Pelicans. But, it is what it is. They got AD, so we'll see what the Los Angeles Lakers are going to do. What do you think about the Lakers and their squad? What do you think about it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Sim, I'm not that impressed. And like, when you look at that squad, Danny Green as a top defender anymore, he really can't stop anybody now. So he's just going to be a spot-up shooter, which works for LeBron. Now they have to admit they're going to play him at the point guard role. Anthony Davis, it remains to be seen, because LeBron James isn't necessarily a big pick-and-roll guy. So if Anthony Davis is going to sit on the perimeter, you're going to have a guy who had historic PR numbers as literally just a perimeter guy. You're going to turn him into another Chris Bosh. So, and then you got Cousins, who needs the ball down low. Cousins, he can shoot three, but he's not a really good three-point shooter. So you have to put him on the block, and you have to allow him to operate. But then that doesn't fit LeBron James's high perimeter, drive to the basket, kick out, if he doesn't have it, offense. And LeBron James is not an off-ball shooter, and he's not going to move around like that. So that team, as you can put as many names as you want, and then Kyle Kuzma too. Kyle Kuzma could shoot the three. I think but then you want to put him as just that. This is a guy I think he has a little bit more to his game than just a three-point shooter. But that Lakers team, man, that looks like a disaster waiting to happen. And then on top of that, look at the coaching staff, Sim. You got 3 head coaches, and then Frank Vogel.
Yeah, that's going to be something. That's
like putting Woodson, and I'm not saying that these coaches are at that level, but compared to Vogel, Lionel Hollins, and then Jason Kidd, that's like having, Phil Jackson and Popovich, with like Woodson. And I'm not saying those guys are as good as. I'm just saying like
I know what you mean. But
okay, coach, but come on, Sim. Like that whole team. Y'all talk about the Knicks. All y'all people that talk about how bad Dolan is, be happy that the dysfunction that used to be with the Knicks, that's going over to other teams, man.
Yeah,
that Lakers team.
The only thing about the Lakers is how many championships do they have, and they've won championships more recent than the Knicks. So
who cares? Because no one wants to come to the so-called Mecca. No one cares about the Lakers.
Get
the
that.
only person who cares about the Lakers like that was LeBron because he wants to open up his little.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But you get a little bit of a cushion when you've won a championship. At least, you've been in the playoffs this decade. You know what I mean? So you get a little bit of a cushion at least.
That is true, Sim. That is true.
No,
but
at least you get a little bit of a cushion.
The Lakers might have it a lot worse because you got Jerry West,
Knox to the
on the
cup.
other side. Oh, my bad, Sim.
Yeah, I was just saying Knox to the cup again and is going to the line. And he's doing a really good job. I'm noticing this from Kevin Knox. He's doing a really good job of dipping his shoulder, protecting the ball on the opposite side of the shoulder that he dipped, bumping you back, and then going up. He's doing a really good job with that.
Right time.
Yeah, and when his body gets even stronger, that little dip and bump with the shoulder is going to be really, really effective for him. I like that move. I really do like that move.
Yeah, these people, look, I wasn't even the biggest Knox fan like that. I still think he could be a solid pro. In terms of all-star, that stuff remains to be seen. But, when you write off some of these young kids, man, like, Moutier, you can write off because it's just he was never going to get as an actual point guard.
Wait a minute, though. I'm not going to front. He's in a really, really good spot right now.
With the Jazz? Oh, no. Right.
He's in Utah. He's playing behind Mike Conley. He'll have Mike Conley for a year. Maybe they re-up Mike Conley a little bit longer. And he can really, really learn from Mike Conley. And if he can learn from Mike Conley, then, who knows? Moutier might have a career. Who just knocked that down? I missed it. Who just hit that?
That was Kadeem Allen for the Knicks.
Kadeem Allen just knocked down the three. Okay.
And that was a good shot, man. I like that. Nice pass. Good. Oh, my bad. I'm a little bit ahead of you. My bad.
That's all right. Nice pass from Knox to Mitchell Robinson. The Knicks up 61-41. Kevin Knox is hooping. Give it up for him. Kevin Knox is balling. He's balling. You got to give it up to him. But Emmanuel Moutier, he may have found himself. He may have fell into a really good spot for him to just develop as a player.
He got to take to the court. I mean, last year so hard to judge just because Fizdale was tanking, but Moutier did get a lot of minutes. Moutier did get a lot of minutes, and it was just too inconsistent. His defense, Sim, you talk about bad defense. This guy was almost never aware.
Knox to the cup. He's going to the line. Hey, Knox is showing some stuff. Knox is showing some stuff. That play, what he do? He dipped it down low and brought it up. He hit the little hard move. I like what I'm seeing from Knox.
And another thing on Knox on that is understanding of the game. Put like this: Knox. I have not seen Knox take the ball and try to shoot the ball. And for the past few possessions, these guys they got to keep fouling him, which is another underrated thing. Understanding the flow of the game. Like, why would I shoot the ball if they're gonna keep fouling me, or vice versa? If I can't get to the basket, why not just shoot? That's one thing I remember. Tim Hardaway. We talked about last year. Tim Hardaway was one of the most annoying players because he literally be shooting 0 for 5 to start the game or something like that, right? And then he start driving to the basket. He'll drive to the basket for like 3 consecutive times, make it in because they couldn't stop him, and he'll just start shooting threes again. It's like, dude, do you understand? Like, they literally expose a weakness or a current weakness in the game, and you stop exploiting it. And like that type of stuff, that adaptation to the game, some players just never get it. So let's be happy if Knox can get that, man. That's another star in his cap, man.
Definitely. But I'm looking in the chat, and people are like, oh, Moutier will get no playing time. I disagree. I think that he's in a really, really nice spot out there in Utah. They have a culture of defense, and if he doesn't play defense, I mean, when you have a culture of defense, then guess what? You're probably going to play defense a little bit better. And you're going to focus on it a little bit more because the culture of it is already there, and you're going to fall in line with it.
Right. Agreed.
And I think he's going to do well out there. I'm glad for him. I'm glad he fell into a spot where he could possibly do well.
Let's see who the point guards out there, because is Mitchell. They have to go back to play him at the 1 because they tried to play him at the 2 this year. And he wasn't as successful. They got to play him at the 1.
I don't know. I think Donovan Mitchell is
Rubio. So who else is the point guard?
I think Donovan Mitchell is going to play at the Knox again. That boy Kevin Knox is hooping, and he dipped back on one foot and left it in the air. Let's go.
He's cooking.
Let's go. The Knicks got 66.
I ain't getting hype, man.
That's all right, but that's all right. I like to see it. This is what you want to see.
Yeah, no,
that's what you want to see.
He's taking up the ball too. Like, I like this, man. Like, Knicks.
Yeah, let's go.
To these guys' games.
That's what I'm saying. All right, let's take this last shot, Knox. Let's do it. Let's get a bucket.
Let's
take it to him.
Knox think he's.
Let's take it to him. Let's take it to him. Bop, bop. Okay. Okay. All right. That was all right. But look.
I like that.
He drew the defense and kicked it out. You like it. You gotta like it. And it just shows you this. It shows you this. He may not be able to do this when he gets into the NBA this year, right? He may not be able to do all of these things. But as he gets older and he gets stronger, and you got players that leave out the NBA, it shows you what the possibilities of what he can do in a couple of years. If he can be consistent. He's got to be consistent, though. Got to be able to do it consistently. But you know, we were talking about, just to get back to it really quick, and then we're going to go and talk about halftime, and I want to get to a couple of phone calls. You know, you got Mike Conley out there. You know, I think that they're going to have Mike Conley playing the point while Donovan Mitchell plays off the ball. You know, kind of let Donovan Mitchell go. I think that's what they're going to do.
I forgot they got Conley.
Yeah, so they got Mike Conley, you know, starting at the point guard spot, which is why it's a really good spot for Moutier. But anyway, the Knicks are up 66-44 at halftime over the Los Angeles Lakers. The Knicks have 66 points at halftime. Then, reminder, there's only 10 minutes in each quarter, right? So the Knicks they're playing really well to this game. They're playing well tonight. They've got a double-digit lead, and they didn't let it go. We'll see if we can keep it up in the third quarter. Looking at the box scores for the half, Kevin Knox is leading the way. He's got 18 points. He's shooting 50% from the field. He's shooting 40% from 3. He's got 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He only has 1 turnover. He has 2 steals. Ignaz Brazdeikis, he has 9 points, shooting 50% from the field. He's shooting 66.7% from 3. He's 2 for 3. He's got 1 assist, 2 steals. Mitchell Robinson has 13 points. He's 4 for 4 from the field. He has 7 rebounds and 3 blocks. RJ Barrett, he's got 14 points. He's 4 for 11 from the field. He's got 4 rebounds and 1 assist. Kadeem Allen is 4 for 4 from the field for 9 points. Lamar Peters has 1 point. Kadeem Allen also has 5 assists. Tyler Cavanaugh has 2 points. Andrew White, the third, has 2 points. VJ King has played 4 minutes but has no points. Amir Hinton also has 2 points. The Knicks collectively are shooting 51.1% from the field. They're shooting 43.8% from 3. You like to see that. All right, the Knicks have a total of 14 assists tonight. So far, that's good. Right? 14 assists in the Summer League game with 10-minute quarters. All right, it's looking good for the Knicks tonight. You like what you see from the Knicks tonight? I like what I see from the Knicks tonight. You know, we'll switch this on over and look at the matchup so we get to get a better look at what's going on. Scroll this down a little bit. The biggest lead for the Knicks is 24. They got a 22-point lead right now at half. The Lakers have not led in this game. The Knicks have 22 rebounds. 15. The Knicks have 22 rebounds, 15 are defensive, 7 are offensive, 14 assists. The Knicks have 6 steals, 3 blocks, and only 3 turnovers tonight. The Lakers got 9 turnovers, 1 block, 2 steals, 10 assists, 14 defensive rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, and they got 19 rebounds altogether. Again, the Knicks shooting 51.1% from the field, 43.8% from 3, 65% from the free throw line. The Lakers are at 70.6% from the free throw line. They're shooting 36.4% from three and 41.2% from the field. The Knicks have a 24-point lead over the Los Angeles Lakers. And look, this is good. I like this because I wanted to see the Knicks salvage, play well this summer league. Let's see what we can do with the second half. Let's see if we can finish it up. All right. I'm ready to take a couple of phone calls. Okay. So, give me a call. We'll take a couple of them. Call me at 516-405-2246. We'll take a couple of calls and then, we'll get back to our video chat. And as the game is on, we'll get back to the game. And if you want to call in now. Get your chance because there you go. Someone's calling in. Let's get a call. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Yo, these Knicks right now, man.
We're looking good, man.
Yeah. Yo, I can't even believe this right now. This is crazy. Like, I was watching a little bit of the game, bro, and I'm just like, dang, man, like, all right, like, I've been saying it, man. Everyone's been impatient. I've been like, listen, RJ's going to do just fine. He's just going to do just fine. Give him time to shine. And he's doing it. Oh, man.
Okay. Okay.
I'm hyped.
I can tell. I can tell you feeling good about it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. You're feeling good about this game. You know what I mean? The Knicks are playing. Yeah. The Knicks are playing well. This is the way. They're doing things that we hope that they would do this summer league. And if they played this way throughout the entire summer league, they'd be in the playoffs, the summer league playoffs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I said. I said eighth seed. I said 8th seed for them because I know they got it in them, man. I like Iggy. I like RJ. I'm digging. Well, Mitch is a beast. I don't even have to say nothing. My man's a beast. He's killing it this summer league. But yeah. Mitchell Robinson, I think he's average. I think he's third in the summer league in rebounds, 11 rebounds per game. Is he going to do that in the NBA? I think that Mitchell Robinson could still probably get 11 rebounds per game if he plays 30 minutes a game in the NBA. When the season begins. Will he get 30 minutes a game? We'll see. He's still got a frail body, but I don't want to say frail, but he still can get a lot stronger. But believe me, in another year or two, he's going to be a 35-minute-a-game player, probably averaging 14 and 12 and 4 blocks or something like that. Word, exactly.
I
don't feel good about going to work tomorrow because everyone's just like, oh, John, you a Knicks fan. It's crazy. I'm like, no. Y'all got to win, man. These kids are like 18, 19, 20 years old. Give them a minute, man.
Yeah. Well, they got to finish it out. You know what I'm saying? They got to finish this game out. They at least got to do that. We've had double-digit leads. We had a 20-point lead in the first game against New Orleans, and we lost it. So we got to finish this game out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, You're right. And I dig the channel, man. I love it, man. It's good to see other people have Knicks channels, man. I know you ain't the only one, but you're the one that I go to the most. I'm just like, I got to go on Simeon's channel, man. I got to talk to him.
I appreciate it, bro. I really appreciate you being here. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, I'm going to let you rock so I can try to get a couple calls in before the halftime is over. All right?
Word.
I appreciate it, my man.
All right, no problem. Peace, man.
Right, peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad people are excited. See that when the Knicks are playing well, people get excited. I'm excited. I feel good. You love when the Knicks are playing well. Give me a call, folks. 516-405-2246. The New York Knicks are up 66-44 at the half over the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's take another phone call. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping? Third quarter's getting ready to begin. Go ahead, my man.
What's going on, man?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. I wanted to talk about RJ a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm really liking what I'm seeing from him. And this is like before tonight. Like I like the kind of how he's like developing. I feel like when he was at Duke, it was mainly just him and Zion. So he was like the main focal point. So he's coming into the summer league with that kind of mentality. Like, I got to be the guy. I got to be the man. And you don't. Like, you just got to play your game. You just got to relax. You have other players around you. So I really feel like he's doing it. Each game you can see he's, like, adjusting his flow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to point that out.
And, he's not pushing as much. The first 2 games, he was really pushing, and trying to be the man, wanting to have that, wanting to come in and say, see, I'm going to dominate. You know what I mean? And he didn't really have to do that. If you let the game come to you, you'll be all right. And that's what he's doing right now, letting the game come to him. He could still be shooting a better percentage from the field, but, we'll take it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, I mean, like I said, he's coming from when it was just him and Zion and a bunch of other guys. So he was used to having to shoot with 3 dudes in his face. And he's a number 3 pick. So he has that on his head, too. So if he can just relax and just shoot his jump shot, it's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy how something just, I'm the number 3 pick. Iggy with the nice move and dish to Mitchell Robinson. Really, really nice move by Iggy. But isn't it crazy how just being the 3rd pick just changes the way people look at you, the way you look at yourself?
Right. Yeah, if he came in as like the number 20 pick, we would be like, whoa, this dude is nasty.
Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you, look at Malcolm Brogdon. He was a 2nd-round pick, and he won Rookie of the Year. And the Milwaukee Bucks really made him disgruntled because they brought in to run point guard and put him on the bench and didn't even respect the fact that he was Rookie of the Year. You know what I mean? And he felt disgruntled, and that's the reason why he left and went to Indiana. And it's simply because he was a 2nd-round pick. If he was a 5th pick in the NBA and he won Rookie of the Year, there's no way that they would have put him on the bench, to come off the bench.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But they didn't respect the pedigree. It's crazy. Yep. It's crazy like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I even think that's the reason why Donovan Mitchell didn't win Rookie of the Year that year. He was a lower-level pick, and Ben Simmons was the higher pick, but he clearly had the better season. So it's just that respect level, like you said.
Yep. Hey, my man, I appreciate the call. I'm going to let you rock, all right?
All right.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good one. All right, I'll take one more phone call, ladies and gentlemen, 516-405-2246. I'll take one more phone call. RJ Barrett is going to the line. Listen, RJ Barrett does a really, really good job of creating contact, man, and getting to the line. And so far tonight, he's knocking down his free throws from the line. So big up to RJ Barrett. This is the last call for now. We'll get to some calls later. I'm going to take this call right now. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
What's going on, Sam? This is Rock from Queens, man.
What's going on with you, homie?
Let you know I love the show. I always watch the show, man.
I appreciate it, my man.
I mean, I'm from New York. I ain't never been a Knicks fan. I just became a Knicks fan last year. I'm keep it 100. I've been watching faithfully, though. RJ Barrett, he none to play with. Trust me. I mean, everybody was going hard over Zion. You forget who was doming him. I mean, RJ was doming him crazy. On top of that, the white boy Iggy, oh man, he's showing some potential. I'm watching this game. He knocking down consistently almost every shot he take. He doing his thing.
Yo, Iggy, he's doing his thing out there. We got a good one in Iggy, right? We got a good one. We got a good one in Iggy, man.
And one more thing. I mean, the whole Russell Westbrook thing, I was thinking about it at first. I'm like, nah, I like Dennis Smith Jr. That's my man right there. But if we try to make the playoffs, we might as well package DSJ with what's the name? Julius Randle, and maybe one more person and bring Westbrook over here, man. We can make it there.
Ooh, with Julius Randle. I mean, if you bring it in Westbrook, you're gonna want to put him with Julius Randle. You know what I mean?
I could see that. But Westbrook played really well with centers, so him and Mitch could be something real nice.
I mean, you would want all of them. Mitchell Robinson, you would want Mitchell Robinson here. You would want Julius Randle. I think that most likely, Russell Westbrook is going to end up in Miami. That's what I think is going to happen. It might even happen before the season starts. You know what I mean? They get Flavor Flav in the building. See, look, Flavor Flav in the building. That's my man, though. I like Flavor Flav. Hey, my man, I appreciate the call, man. I'm going to go ahead and get back to calling the game. Let me ask you this though: what made you become a Knicks fan though?
I mean, I'm from New York. I mean, honestly, this is the real reason why I became a Knicks fan. LeBron James, that was always my favorite player. He went to the Lakers. I'm like, nah, I got to bring it back home, man.
Okay, I'm with you. No doubt. No doubt about it. I appreciate you, my man. We glad to have you on board. Keep rocking with us. Don't go over to the Nets.
Even if I don't never. Even if I don't call in, I'm always watching, man. Y'all be easy.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later. Always glad to pick up a true Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody, you know, all these Nets fans think they taking over New York. It's not happening. Knicks up 70-49. Iggy misses the second free throw, but that's okay. We'll take that. We'll take that. We're going to get back to the calls after the game. We'll get back to a couple of phone calls. Right now, we're going to get back to our crew that's in the appearing and continue to talk about the game. Mitchell Robinson from the top of the key. Mitch Robinson tried to make a move at the top. Listen, man, I don't know. Mitch is Mitch. That's all I got to say. My man Mitch trying to do some things out there. Mitch at the top of the key gives the ball to R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett looks off Kadeem Allen, puts the ball on the floor, comes behind Mitch's screen and misses the three. The Lakers on the break up the floor, gets in the paint. Listen, we know we got Mitch back there, but you got to stop guys from getting in the paint. Barrett in transition, kicks the ball out to Knox. Knox to the cup, and it's good. Kevin Knox using that extension on that floater. That's what I like to see. A lot of times Kevin Knox lets it up a little bit short. This time he uses the extension. Knicks on the break. R.J. Barrett looking up the floor. No numbers for the Knicks, but Barrett steps around and lays it in. Nice move from R.J. Barrett. The Knicks up by 20 as the Los Angeles Lakers knock down a three. Sorry for the pause there, ladies and gentlemen. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say. You know what I mean? But the Knicks are playing well. They're up by 20. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left in the third quarter. You know, big plays from the Knicks. Like what I'm seeing. As Kevin Knox loses the ball, the Lakers on a break, but they're fouled before they can get up the floor.
Little Euro.
What's going on, Nate?
I'm telling you, man, he's going to make a killing in the paint.
What's up, Nate?
Yeah, man. Knox, his game has just really evolved, man. Like,
he's looking good tonight. I'm so
impressed with the way he's playing. Shot. He's showing all the repertoire. He's showing the three. He's showing the little mid-range. He's showing getting to the cup.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy's playing with this ultimate confidence right now, and I love that. You know,
he's playing with a lot of confidence. We'll see if it's going to translate to the NBA, but he's definitely playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Yeah, and then Iggy, man, I can't say enough about this guy. I think he's got some Manu Ginobili in him, man. He plays hard.
Okay.
He can shoot the three.
I like that comparison.
Yeah.
So Manu Ginobili, I like that comparison.
Yeah, because he's fearless. I mean, he said that many a times in his press conferences that he's not scared of anybody. I love to hear that from a player.
Yeah,
you know?
and not only that, he believes that he's the best player on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the kind of confidence that you want to have. He believes that he's the best player on the floor, and you know, Iggy's going to be. You know, he may end up being a really, really good player. He may end up being the steal of the draft. We'll see what happens when the regular season comes. You know, and listen, we don't have to worry about him being in the G League and trying to make the team. They gave him a contract.
No.
They gave him a nice contract.
Make the rotation for sure.
Yeah, Iggy's got a $4.2 million contract. He makes $900,000 the first year. He makes $1.5 in the second year, and then for the third year, there's a team option. And if the Knicks pick up that option, it's $1.8 million. Okay, so he's got a nice contract to be a second-round pick. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, they gave him a longer contract, I think, because they like the potential of him, and they don't want him, you know.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. You know, to be a second-round pick. There's going to be, I mean, you know, It's going to be some second-round picks that don't even – it's going to be some second-round picks above him that do not get a contract, end up in the G League or whatever it is. So, big shout-outs to Iggy. And he's proven that it's going to be worth it. The Knicks are looking at him as if he's a first-round pick. They're treating him like he's a first-round pick. And he's playing and showing that he could have been a first-round pick.
Yeah, and I mean, the two things I like about Iggy that nobody talks about is that he was a freshman of the Big Ten, which is a very competitive conference. For him to be freshman of the year, that's very impressive in that conference. Yeah. And second of all, him and RJ Barrett, they were the only two freshmen to average or to have at least 500 points in the season. I think it was like 200 something rebounds or 300 rebounds and like I don't know how many steals or something like that. Yeah. So he was in elite company when it came to his scoring. So, I mean, kudos to Mills and Perry, man. They know what they're doing, and they've scouted really well. And looks like we might have found 2 steals in 2 years in the second round, which is very hard to find.
Yeah, we may have. And Kevin Knox went to the basket again and got fouled. I wish they would get Ryan. I don't want to see Ryan Ruocco. I'd like them to get Ryan Ruocco off my screen and just get back to the game. Kevin Knox missed the first free throw. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if they would have had
about 3 or 4 times too.
Yeah, I know. But maybe if they wouldn't have had Ryan Ruocco on the screen, Kevin Knox would have made the first free throw. Maybe they keep putting Ryan Ruocco on the screen. Might want to see Ryan Ruocco.
Don't get hurt either. I don't need to see anybody get hurt either.
No, definitely not that. Definitely don't want to see anybody get hurt. But the Knicks are playing really well. The Knicks are up 75-54 with 5 minutes, 21 seconds left in the third quarter. And the Knicks are not letting this lead go. They are fighting. They want to make sure that they keep this lead because they had some problems with that the first few games, letting the lead slip. Not tonight. They're playing hard tonight. They want to make sure that they keep this game, keep this lead, keep this game. Playing very well. And we'll see if Kevin Knox can continue to play Iggy to the cup. And it looks like Iggy, I don't know if he's going to the line. The foul was probably on the floor. And the Knicks will likely be taking the ball out of bounds. And now they got Bill Burke on the screen. Spent 45 years in the Lakers organization. Not too worried about Bill Burke. We're back to the game. Iggy's inbounding the basketball. Gets the ball to Kevin Knox at the top of the key. Knox to the cup. And he is going to the line. Kevin Knox is just playing strong. He's just playing confident, and he's playing strong. I am glad that he's ending. This is the last Summer League game. At least I'm assuming it's going to be the last, unless the Knicks somehow slip into that 24th spot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why Nate is talking over the top. You're not whispering, Nate. It's still loud.
Sorry.
He's still loud. Can still hear you. Kevin Knox to the line. Knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw. The Knicks up 77-54. And the Knicks, like I said, are not trying to give this lead away. Kevin Knox is leading the charge. Playing very well for the Knicks tonight. Very well. And we'll see if he can carry this confidence into the regular season. See if he can carry this confidence in the training camp. Clearly one of the best games that we've ever seen Kevin Knox play. And I know he's doing it against Summer League guys. But even last year's Summer League is one of the best games that we've ever seen Kevin Knox play. The Knicks up 77-56 in the third quarter. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Nice for the Knicks to... Yeah, but look, let me say this. It's easy to play when you're front running. It's easy to play when you're front running. You know what I mean? Very easy to play when you're front running. Let's just hope that they can continue. They can keep this going into, the guys that's on the floor can keep this going into Iggy for 3. Knocks down the 3. they can keep this going into the regular season. Iggy, earn that contract, Iggy. You're earning that contract now. You got to like the energy. You got to like his confidence and his ability to play basketball. Knox to Kavanaugh for the oop. And, hey, these guys are playing basketball now. The Knicks up by 24 points, 26 points over the Los Angeles Lakers. The Knicks up 82-56 over the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Knicks are definitely running away with this one, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly what we wanted to see from the Knicks. They're running away with it. Running away with it. The Knicks up 82-58 as the Los Angeles Lakers try to put a dent in this lead. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but they're trying. And look, there's a lot of guys out here that's fighting for their lives in the NBA. So the Lakers are going to continue to play hard. The guys on the floor, they're going to continue to play hard. They're down by 24 points, but they'll continue to play. These guys are fighting for spots. They're trying to get into the league, trying to get into the G League, trying to get anything. A lot of these guys that's out here playing, they're not just playing for the Lakers. They're not just playing for the Knicks. They're playing so that other teams can see them and maybe they get a contract with another team someplace, So these guys, they're going to continue to play hard. They're going to continue to put their best foot forward. But it looks like the Knicks are going to be victorious tonight if they they keep it up. Let's just say that. They've got to keep it up. They've got to keep it up. As the Los Angeles Lakers still trying to trim that lead. It's now a 22-point lead. It's 82-60. 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third quarter. And, the Knicks, they haven't scored the past few minutes. Knicks haven't scored the past few minutes. And the Lakers are trying to push the ball and get up the floor. Iggy with the rebound. Advances the ball up the floor. Kicks it out to Barrett for three. No. Oh, actually, this looks like there was maybe an offensive foul by Iggy. Looks like an offensive foul by Iggy. Team's going to a timeout. It's 82-60 New York Knicks. 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the third quarter. All right, Guillermo. What are you seeing from Kevin Knox, man? What are you seeing from him?
I'm loving this, Sim. I mean, the aggressiveness. He's taking what he learned from last year or did last year. Like that pass, was it to Kavanaugh? I don't think that was Iggy, but I think it was Kavanaugh. Last year on the fast breaks, he looked like a deer in headlights. Like he would, just like not know what to do sometimes, in a 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 fast break. And it was good to see him. It wasn't really a threat, but, make that pass, the smart pass, a good pass. Yeah. That wasn't necessarily the easiest, to the open guy. And that type of stuff, Sim, I mean, look up. If you can, if these easy transition points, you're going to need them if you want to, even sniff trying to be a playoff team or a team with some type of success. So stuff like that, it's impressive. All this stuff with the scoring, the shooting, you always know you can shoot. It's nice to see, and it's nice to see, like you said, use his leverage and his strength. But simple things like that, it's important. And then also his defense, gonna have to see real improvement. This Lakers team, they suck right now. This summer league team.
Of course, yeah.
You have to wait to see that during the regular season if his defense improves. But making the smart passes and going with the flow of the game, always making the right decision, that stuff goes a long way. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far. But again, like you, just being, even killed.
Yeah, Kevin Knox right now, 23 points. He's shooting 54.5% from the field, shooting 40% from three. He also has 7 rebounds. He also has 3 assists and 1 steal. So Kevin Knox is having a hell of a game. Solid game. A hell of a game.
That's great percentages
for Kevin
right
Knox.
There, man. That's Curry level percentages. 40% from three, 50 over 50% field goal shooting.
Right.
Great.
Right. Yeah. Kevin Knox is playing a heck of a basketball game. He's out the game right now, getting a little bit of a rest. Right now on the floor. And I'm going to bring this back to you. My audio is robotic.
Sorry about that.
and the audio is still robotic. And it's not you, Guillermo. I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, my audio is robotic. On the audio, ladies and gentlemen, working on the audio. Check. Not exactly sure what it is, but the audio is not doing what I needed to do. For whatever reason, the audio is bad, and I don't know why this happens. Why my audio is bad, but I'm gonna try to clean this up for you. So now I got some audio. Hopefully it's not bad. Hopefully the audio is clear. But it's not exactly what I want the audio to be. Okay. Hopefully you got better audio now. Right, but I'm not getting better audio from the guys in my video chat. So, so hopefully my audio is a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and I can tell you now I'm going to listen to my audio and see if it's sounding a little bit better or not. Hopefully. Well, it sounds like my audio is good. But I don't, the audio in the video chat is not good. You know what I mean? But I think my audio is good now. So anyway, we'll get back to the game. The Knicks are up 85-60 with 1 minute and 44 seconds left in the third quarter. 1 minute, 60 seconds. 1 minute, 44 seconds left in the third quarter. And let me get the volume up on my vocals, because right now my vocals are kind of low. So, all right, I think I got them up to snuff now. I could probably get them a little bit higher. Appreciate you guys for sticking with me as I'm working through some of these audio issues. And I'm not exactly sure why I continue to get that robotic sound. I shouldn't get that robotic sound. You know what I mean? But when you go live, there's always going to be something. But anyway, the Knicks are up 86-60 over the Los Angeles Lakers. The Knicks are playing very well. And this is the time when the Knicks have shown that they can keep a lead and hold a lead. RJ Barrett the ball on the wing. Kicks it out to, I forgot the guy's name, but anyway, they knocked down the three. The Knicks are up 89-60. Yep, 89-60. The Knicks, the Knicks are playing with some energy. They're playing with a little bit more fight right now because they want to win. They want to win this. And I know I had a little bit of an echo, ladies and gentlemen, because I had to test out my audio to make sure that I was getting the audio right. I wasn't trying to be a rapper. I see what my man says now. I wasn't trying to be a rapper. I was trying to make sure the audio was right. This happens sometimes when you're doing live, man. Things like this happen. It just goes that way. You know what I'm saying? It just goes like that sometimes. And it's looking like right now I may not even be able to get Guillermo and those guys back in. Let me see. Guillermo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Guillermo can hear me, but his audio is sounding real bad. I don't know why. We're gonna try to get that cleaned up as well. To make sure we can get you guys back on. Iggy for three, Knox down to three. The Knicks are playing really, really good basketball right now. They're up by 29 points over the Los Angeles Lakers. 29 points over the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Knicks are playing some real good they're up 37 points with 29 seconds left in the third quarter. The Knicks are playing really, really good basketball right now. If there was a way for the Knicks to go home, this is the way that you wanted them to go home. This is the way. This is the way that you want them to go home. I'm not sure if the Knicks are going to be able to salvage this and get back into the playoffs. In order to be in the playoffs, the Knicks have to be in the top 24 of players. I'm not top 24 teams. And I'm not sure the Knicks are going to be able to get there. They would have needed a lot of teams to take a loss for the Knicks to get there. So I don't think the Knicks are going to be able to get there. But to go home with a win, well, it looks like we're going to get a win. They got a 26-point lead right now, or actually a 29-point lead now. What can you do? You take it. You take it every time. You take it every single time. I'm going to try to get this audio stuff cleared up in the background, ladies and gentlemen. I have a virtual audio mixer, and it's usually very good. But for whatever reason, every once in a while, it messes up. Something gets stuck in there, and it creates that robotic sound. So I had to just now turn off that audio mixer so I can get good, clean sound. The Knicks up 95-66 over the Los Angeles Lakers. They have a 27-point lead, and they're playing very, very well. Playing very, very well. Looking at the box scores, Kevin Knox is leading the way with 23 points. He's got 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Mitchell Robinson's got 11. RJ Barrett's got 17 points. He's shooting 33% from the field. Kadeem Allen's got 13 points. Ignaz Brazdeikis, he's in double digits. He's also got 4 rebounds, 2 assists. So the Knicks are playing very, very well. This is obviously peak Summer League level. If there's going to be a peak, this is peak Summer League level for the New York Knicks right now. Definitely got to love what we're seeing from these guys right now. And we're hoping that we can, we can wrap this up and take this into the regular season. Take this into summer, not summer camp, but take this into training camp. That's the hope for these guys, that we can we can kind of just ball this up and take it into training camp. Now, I wonder in the fourth quarter we might get a chance to see some of the other guys. You know what I mean? They might sit down. Mitch might sit down. RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox is already on the bench entering the fourth quarter. Iggy, you might give these guys a seat and let these guys get a little bit of a rest. Make sure we don't get any injuries, that may be the best. As we enter the fourth quarter, you got RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, Ignaz Brazdeikis, and Kadeem Allen. The Knicks want to make sure that they get this win. They're starting the fourth quarter with their main group. They're starting 5. They want to make sure that they get this win. So they're gonna do what they got to do to put this game to rest, and then maybe they'll let some of the other guys get a little bit of run out there. I'm not mad at it. I'm cool with it. I'm not mad at it at all. Not mad at it at all. Kadeem Allen brings the ball up the floor. Gives it to Mitch at the top of the key. Iggy off the Mitch screen. Kicks it to RJ Barrett. Barrett with the nice little sweet pass to Mitchell Robinson. And I like the fact that he's able to make those type of passes, man. I don't care what nobody says. That's a nice touch on those passes. Really nice touch on those passes. Really nice touch on those passes. And to be a rookie and to have that kind of a touch, that's big for me. That means a lot for me. Because that means, later on in his career, he'll always have that kind of a touch. People don't sleep on RJ. Listen, stay even keel. Let's not get low on RJ. Let's not get too high on Knox. Let's not get too high on Iggy. Let's stay where we are. Right? We're gonna stay where we are and hope that these guys are going to develop to be what we want them to be. But I'm definitely excited for what I'm seeing right now. All right. I'm going to test these guys out in the audio and see if they can hear me. Guillermo, can you hear me? For some reason, I'm still getting a robot sound from you. And Kevin Knox again to the cup. And I don't think it's your fault, Guillermo. I think it's me. Kevin Knox again to the basket. The Knicks up 95-69. Kevin Knox going to the line once again. Kevin Knox has definitely been the best player on the floor tonight. He's dominating tonight. He is dominating tonight. Kevin Knox misses the first free throw. See if he can knock down the second free throw. And Kevin Knox misses the second free throw. Listen, man, as a team, we've got to do better hitting these free throws, guys. We got to do better hitting free throws. Got to be able to knock down these free throws. And we got to be able to guard the screen and roll. Whoever this guy is just tried to push Mitch off. I mean, he converted it. Knicks up. Knicks still up over 20 points, though. Kevin Knox hands it off to Iggy. Iggy with the floater in the lane. He misses it. The Lakers playing hard. Travis Wade, the rebound, kicks it out. The Lakers on to break up the floor for three. No. Lakers for three again. No. Wow. Whoever this guy is, number 35, rebounding the ball. Barrett's on the break. Surveying the floor. Goes to the rack. Gets hit. It's going to the line. RJ Barrett. And I like it. You could see RJ Barrett surveying the floor. Seeing what's there. Took it hard to the cup. Got to feel it. Got to feel it. I'm gonna take you guys. I'm gonna take you guys out the appear in, Guillermo, Nate, and then I'm gonna open it back up. All right, so just stay on for whatever reason. I don't know if there's something stuck in the audio, but we're gonna try to get that cleared up so we can get you guys back on. But in the meantime, I'll continue to call the game and talk about the game as the Knicks are up by 25 points over the Los Angeles Lakers, 26 points over the Los Angeles Lakers as RJ Barrett knocks down the free throw. Now, I want to know, how do you guys feel about the Knicks keeping their starters in so late? Nate, can you hear me? Okay, Nate, it must be you, Guillermo. It must be you. It must just be you because Nate's coming in loud and clear. Yeah, Nate's coming in loud and clear. So, see, Guillermo has me going through everything trying to get good sound, thinking that my system is messed up, and it's Guillermo. As Mitchell Robinson dunks on the fast break. And it's Guillermo's system that's got the robot sound. I'm over here trying to troubleshoot. Say that again, Nate. I don't know what he did, man. Yeah. But he's got me over here trying to troubleshoot. Like, what in the world is going on? And it's Guillermo. Hey, guys in the chat, y'all got to get on Guillermo for that one, man. Y'all got to get on him for that one because I'm over here trying to troubleshoot. I'm trying to figure out everything that's going on, and it's his system that's messed up. Ain't that something? Kadeem Allen leading the fast break. Gives the ball to Iggy. I don't like the way they got stuck in the corner. Get out the corner. Not really in the corner, but get out that away from the sideline. Barrett to the cup. Nice little scoop by RJ Barrett. The Knicks are up 103-74. And I'm going to try to get my stuff back to what it needs to be. I'm going to mute Nate a little bit. Now, let me check. Okay, I'm going to check with Guillermo. See if Guillermo got the robots out. Guillermo? Still got the robots, Guillermo. You still got the Guillermos, bro. You still got the robots, man. You still sounding robotic. I don't know what's going on with your system, with your setup over there, bro. But it's not sounding good. Your setup is not sounding good. I don't know what's happening with it. But the Knicks are up 103-74 with a 29-point lead. 6 minutes and 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Knicks are dominating the Los Angeles Lakers here in Summer League. Dominating the Los Angeles Lakers. We get to a couple of super chats. Big shout out to Sports Guru. Thank you for the super chat. You say Knox is KD in 2 years. Barrett will be Jalen Rose. Okay. You know, I will take that all day. Hotep Rel, thank you for the super chat. You said, will Fizz put in a system? That's the key to all this. Exactly. That is the key to everything. Will Fizdale put in a system? That's got to be the key to it. Mighty Nick said, don't get hyped over Summer League, Knox. Dude reminds me of McGee and Shackton the Fool, uncoordinated. Man, you must be bugging, Mighty. Come on now. Don't do that. You can't do that, Mighty. Don't do that. A. Santos, thank you for the super chat. You said, can you see Morris at the 3 and who starts at the point? If Morris signs with the Knicks, I could see him at the 3. And who starts at the point? I don't know. We discussed this earlier. A lot's going to depend on Dennis Smith's development over the summer, right? Is Dennis Smith going to develop into a point guard that can actually lead you out there on the floor? Is he going to develop into a guy that can facilitate a little bit? You don't want to take away from his athleticism. You don't want to take away from his ability to get to the rack, and do those type of things, his explosiveness. But if he's going to be your lead point guard, if he's going to be your lead guard, you do need him to be able to facilitate out there. Unless he's a point guard, but RJ Barrett's doing the facilitating. If RJ Barrett is that much of a facilitator, we'll see how that works between the two. Either way, having those two guys on the floor, one of those guys got to be able to knock down a jump shot consistently. Be able to knock down a 3 consistently. Now, Elfrid Payton, he's a natural distributor. That's what he likes to do. He's a pass-first point guard. He, too, has trouble knocking down a jump shot, knocking down a 3. So that's going to be an area where you're really going to have to pay attention. Those guys are going to have to be able to knock down those shots. And if they can't knock down those shots, then there's going to be a problem. It'll be a definite problem. So we're going to see how that entire thing, we're going to see how that whole thing works out, as far as who's starting at the point guard spot. I would definitely like to see, I don't know who I would like to see. Frank Ntilikina. There's a whole point guard battle going on. And later on tonight for my VIP members, there's going to be a video where I talk a little bit about this point guard battle that's going to happen between Elfrid Payton, Dennis Smith Jr., and Frank Ntilikina. A lot of people think Frank Ntilikina may be left out of that equation. I'm concerned about Frank. I'm not going to lie. I can't wait to see, how he comes back. But with the depth that we have, I'm worried about where Frank fits in. That's what I want to know. Where is Frank going to fit in with this group? And I think that's a legitimate question. A very legitimate question. Where does Frank fit? As the Knicks are up 104-80 over the Los Angeles Lakers. Is he going to play the 3? And there's a lot of guys that can play the 3. Obviously, RJ Barrett, RJ Barrett can play some 3. You got Marcus Morris. You got Kevin Knox. Between Kevin Knox and Marcus Morris, one of those two guys are going to start at that 3 spot. Right? So where does Frank Ntilikina fit? Elfrid Payton, Dennis Smith Jr. probably going to be at that at the 1 spot. At the 2, you got Alonzo Trier. You got Damian Dotson. You got Wayne Ellington. Where does Frank fit? That's that's going to be a question. That's definitely going to be a question. Let's see. Nate wants to add something to this. Let's see what Nate's talking about. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, talking about Frank, it goes down to the philosophy of what Fizdale wants. If Fizdale is going to preach defense and say that he wants to be defensive first, then you got to find a way to get Frank out there. And, Frank is like a Swiss Army knife. He can guard the 1, the 2, the 3. I mean, arguably, I would put him out there with if somebody's like really just scoring a lot of points and needs to be shut down. I mean, I think Frank can come in and kind of cool that person off. Or if a guard's having a real hard time keeping a guy in front of him, I mean, Frank's going to be one of those type of dudes that you want out there on the court because of his defense.
Now, you know what I'll say about that though is Elfrid Payton can also play defense.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, but if you have Dennis Smith out there, then that's a different story. But yes, if you have Elfrid Payton out there, that definitely does help.
Yeah, I mean, Elfrid Payton can play defense. And I'm going to say this about Dennis Smith Jr. He's not totally devoid of being able to play defense.
No,
he can play defense. He can play defense. He's just got to, continuously play defense, right?
Yeah, but the thing I've always said about Frank is you want Frank out there guarding some of your best guards because he's long enough. He's got a good wingspan. He can keep guys in front of him. He can make them very uncomfortable, and that's where I think Frank's going to really be an asset to this team, Now, if his offensive game can come around, he's even going to be a bigger asset. But I think right now, again, like if Fizdale wants to go defense, then Frank's got to be out there, man. He's probably one of the best defenders on the team. He needs to be out there guarding the guards because this is a guard-oriented type of league, and you need defenders on those guards or they can just go off for crazy points.
Listen, I get it. I get it, and I definitely understand what you're saying. But Frank's got to come around on that offensive side too. Listen, I want Frank to be out there on the floor. I really do like Frank Ntilikina. Yeah. Right now, when you're looking at this team, there's a lot of depth on this team, and it makes you wonder where Frank is going to fit in with all this depth.
He's going to have to earn it. He's going to have to really play well. I guess he's training right now with the French team, right? Is that what he's doing, right?
Oh yeah, he's playing with the French team. He's going to be
he's
playing
training with the French team. He's got to earn it, man. He's got to come into training camp. Balls to the wall, just, kick down the door. It's time, it's his third year, right?
This is third year. Yep. This is Frank's third year.
Third year. Yeah. This is usually where players break out, So, I mean, it's time for him to let's go. It's time for him to get going. I think the one thing I do like is that there's going to be a lot of competition at that guards position. So, you're only going to get better players because of the competition.
Yeah. Let's test out and see if see if Guermo's audio is good. Guermo?
Can you hear me?
There you go. Sounds better. Sounds a lot better now.
This guy, man.
Man, Guermo had me over here going through all, doing all this technical stuff, and it was Guermo. It wasn't even me.
But your sound messed my sound up. My sound was perfect before, man. So it is your fault.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know about that. Man. What do you think, Guermo? What do you think Frank fits in with this team, man?
At this point, Frank will probably be a combo guard off the bench. And if this offense gets a lot more movement, like even I'm seeing in this game, if you have an offense where there's a lot more movement, Frank, one, has to be able to shoot off the dribble. But on the flip side, he will have a chance to facilitate a lot more. Frank has to fit in. He has to be a lot more aggressive on offense. The way we're talking about Knox using his size to gain advantage, Frank has to do the same thing. I'm just hoping that in the same space where I'm saying that Frank has to improve, which I agree, he has to improve his off-ball shooting. He has to improve shooting open because they've let him open at embarrassing levels last year where it's like he's just wide open and they're testing him to shoot that shot. He has to make that shot. But I hope they also put Frank in a post where he can dominate small defenders. Like I said, I've seen it many times in the past 2 years where they pass to Frank in the block and, he does that little turnaround jumper, near the paint, the restricted area. So, again, Frank has to fight hard. He has to play the defense. He has to do anything to try to keep himself healthy. And I understand, look, injuries happen. But, if it's extra yoga or getting your tendons right, whatever it is, you got to stay healthy for this team because there's so much depth that, you miss 1 or 2 weeks, you might just be gone, especially if other guys improve like DSJ, you're going to have a steady force and Elfrid Payton. You got to find where your niche is, right? It's a good thing, I guess, for him that Dotson's out or he's going to be out, I think, for a little bit because of shoulder injury. But, Frank has to come in shooting at a better level, shooting a three at a better level, hitting the shots and being a lot more aggressive.
Right. How long is Dotson supposed to be out with that shoulder injury?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me check. I'll check that out right now. But I'm not sure. Dotson now has surgery. Blah 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 blah. They said he's expected to be ready for the start of training camp this fall. So, I guess he might not be out, but he might come back slower. So, you never know. This guy shot 42.9% from three. So,
yeah. And
excuse me, I take it back. During a 6-game stretch from March 10th to 20th. So they just picked a little part, but whatever.
Well, we'll see. Frank is going to have. I'll say this though. Although Frank, he's gonna have to fight for to play, right? He's gonna have to fight for his playing time. I'm not going to all these guys that's on the team, all these forwards we have, and all these 1-on-1 deals. They may not all be here at the trade deadline when we get to that trade deadline. You know what I mean? There might be some moves out there that the Knicks will be able to capitalize on, and having all these players on 1-on-1 deals may just put the Knicks in position to be able to really make some moves if they want to. You know what I mean? At the trade deadline, if there's players out there.
Frank might not be here too, Sim. That's the thing.
That's true because Frank is on one of those deals as well. Right? Frank, at the end of this year, like for next year, I think the Knicks need to they got to give him a qualifying offer for next year if they want it. They have a team option for him for next year. So,
and to me, Sim, look, I know people get on me because I like Frank, whatever, right? But at this point, Sim, because we have the competition, even Frank has competition coming from the G League. A guy like Amir Hinton might become the next Trier for this team. There's a guy who has I think, a way better attitude than Trier. So, Frank, to me, look, you gotta show and improve, man. Like, I understand the game may not be as suited for you, but I just saw Siobhan Robinson say that he fired his agent because he wasn't getting endorsements. I don't know how true that is, but if the kid is that, I don't say delusional, but you got to humble yourself and be like, look, I haven't done anything in the NBA. Yes, I had a nice year defensively the first year, but I really haven't done much in the NBA. The draft pick and all that stuff, it doesn't really mean much. So Frank has to improve, man. Like, I'm not one of these guys that, look, I'm going to keep being his so-called, supporter, blah, blah, because I think he's talented. Talent, if it doesn't beat hard work, then what is it? So Frank has to come in. He has to be gunning, Sim. He has to be gunning for these guys. And that's why I hate that he was training with France. Even though I saw him at a summer league game, I think the second summer league game or something like that. But as Amir Hinton, I think, just hit the three. Frank has to come in here. He should have been playing with this team, Sim, to show that, he's serious, he's ready. You can say what you want about Knox. Knox could have said, I don't want to come because he's a second-year player. He could have said, I don't want to come. I think I'm guaranteed a spot. And I understand Frank's a 30-year player, but 30-year player or not, there's some guys that I've seen that in their 30s, so it doesn't really matter. He should have came in here, shown and proved that he's a different player from the past 2 years, that he's a physio-type player. And,
the only thing out the door. Yeah, I don't know. He was at Summer League. He was there.
He was there, yeah. I saw him at one
game. He was there. So I don't know if that means he has his foot out the door. Maybe he practiced with the team. Maybe he didn't. Who knows? But maybe he just wanted to play with his national team. Maybe
when guys do that stuff, the national team is a comfort zone, though. That you're not playing overseas when the season starts. You're playing in New York.
That's true
with these guys.
Well, but check it out. A lot of these guys are going to end up on some of those national teams. I know what you mean. Playing with our team, I get that. Playing with our team. Some of these guys that's in the G League, in the Summer League now, is going to be playing on some of those national teams sometime in the future. I don't know.
Put like this, Tim. If you were coaching, if you had a team, right? You talked about the kid from the G League. Excuse me, from the AAU team that you're talking about, right? If you had a kid who was on the cusp, right? He could be cut. You don't know where it is, but you still think he's talented. What would you have preferred? Him to play with some other, I don't want to say AAU team, but some other, tourney team or whatever, or would you want him to come to your AAU squad and be like, look, I'm here to commit to the team.
Well, I'll say this,
coach.
I'll say this, because a lot of things like this happen with AAU. And it all depends on what's happening. There have been times where I've had tournaments and I've allowed players to go to a specific camp because instead of be at our tournament, they went to a camp. And they stayed at, they were at that camp for, a 2-day camp or something like that. They were in camp, and there may have been specific reasons why they were at that camp. I mean, I would have wanted them to, but I understood why they were at that camp, and I supported them being at that camp. So I mean, different things happen that way. As a matter of fact, I have a girl now who, she's in Canada. I want her to be with the team practicing, but I understand she has some other things that she has to do, as far, just for her resume, basically, So it's just hard to say. It's hard to say. You don't know when this agreement was made. It could have been made. It could have been made early last year, where they were like, "Listen, we want to play out. Frank's going to play for the national team next year." It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
I get it. But to me, it's like there's some people that want it, and there's some people that want it. You know what I mean? Like you want to see that fervor. You want to see that hunger. Where it's like, all right, I know we agreed for me to go to the national team, but I got business here to do. Like I'm saying what Frank is. I'm not saying what he's doing is necessarily bad. But when somebody wants it, when they want that position, they want that chance. Like, coach, I'm gonna convince you. I don't care what you saw in the scouting reports. I don't care what my numbers were last year. I'm gonna convince you. I'm gonna make you think that, oh crap, whoa, we got a glut. Now we have a glut of talent. This kid Frank, he's changed my mind. That's what I'm saying. You just want to see the fervor from some of these guys, and
I know, I get it. Here's the thing. This is what makes it really hard about professional basketball. They also have a career to think about, right? And putting some things on their resume so that they can build their career. What if it comes down to the point where Frank doesn't make it in the league and he needs to make sure that he has a relationship with those guys in France so he can go back and play? Who knows? Obviously, I hope that he's going to stay in the league, but these guys have professional careers, and you want to have certain things on your career, on your resume, and stuff like that. So it's hard. It's just hard to say. I would have liked to see him playing with the summer league as well. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been playing with the summer league, or that I think anything else other than that. But I do understand these guys got a career, and sometimes it's not gonna go the way of the team when it comes down to it. These guys are independent contractors. You know what I mean? And they gotta try to build their resume the best way that they can, to make sure that they're marketable, not only to people in the NBA, but maybe even the people overseas if it comes down to that. So, we'll see. We'll see how it works out for them. The New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, got their first win in the summer league. They won. They beat the Los Angeles Lakers 117-96. In a very good, remarkable win. Right now they're interviewing RJ Barrett. They probably should be interviewing Kevin Knox, because Kevin Knox led the way with 25 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He also had 3 turnovers. But RJ Barrett had his own, he played a pretty good game. He had 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. Listen, this is really impressive from RJ Barrett, the fact that he can rebound the way he does. He's had double-digit rebounds in 3 of the 4 summer league games. What do you think about that, Guillermo?
RJ Barrett?
Yeah. He said double-digit rebounds in 3 of the 4 summer league games.
Yeah, Sim, again, put like this. The reason why I like RJ Barrett, because I think he's more of a self-starter than some of the guys, especially that we had last year. Like, imagine if RJ Barrett was here last year. We're not making the playoffs, I understand that, but you would have had a lot better culture with a guy who, okay, yeah, I'm not scoring as well. I'm shooting 4 for 17, but I'm gonna produce in other ways. I'm gonna be the guy to get the dirty rebounds. I'm gonna be the guy to make that pass, right? Last year we saw guys like Trier. Last year somebody just said, "Oh, why am I always getting on people who want it?" But Trier was a guy last year that he could score. We all know that. He didn't expand or look to expand his game much more than scoring, right? RJ, to me, at least from what I saw so far, right? I understand that Duke, the offense is basically just him and Zion. There's really nothing else. With Zion, with RJ, you're seeing a guy, at least for his first few games, a guy who potentially that he could have a bad shooting night, Sim, but the team still wins because of him, because he's facilitating the ball. He's pushing. He understands his game. He understands maybe I'm not feeling too well tonight. I can't drive. My drive is not good. My strength is not good. My shot is not good. But I'm going to make sure you win this team, and I'm going to be part of that. And that's the type of players you need. So you need the Draymond Greens. I understand Draymond Green doesn't look to really score much anymore, but you need those guys who are selfless. You need those guys who are going to do the dirty work and get other guys the ball to make your team that much more successful. So, I mean, like, I like what I saw from RJ. I'm not trying to overhype it, but you like to see this, and it's encouraging. You know, the defensive end, I know that Lakers, the game yesterday, we got killed on a 3, you know, RJ was a part of that. But again, look, when you get guys who can fill the stat sheet and be impactful in other ways, how can you not like that? That's the type of guy that New York is going to love. They love those guys, the Oakleys, the guys who did the dirty work and got it to other guys who can score, who might just be really good at scoring or driving to the basket or whatever. They help the offense. They help the team overall. So I love what I saw from RJ, man. And again, like I said, don't kill the kid for bad shooting nights. Like, not everybody's an RJ fan now. Like, he's going to have his ebbs and flows. He's going to have his good games, his bad games. Just let's see his development throughout the year, man. But again, I like RJ Barrett as being a self-starter. I like that.
Yeah. You know, listen, he was still 6 for 17 tonight, shot 35% from the field, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover. Mitchell Robinson had 13 points and 11 rebounds. He also had 5 blocks. Ignaz Brazdeikis, he had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. This guy can fill up the stat sheet, man. Kadeem Allen had 13 points and 6 assists.
Don't try to say his last name anymore.
I'm going to say his last name. I'm going to get it right.
This is painful, man. You just keep... All
right, you say it. You say it. How do you say it?
Iggy Brazdeikis.
That's what I said. Brazdeikis.
Okay, all right. The way you said it is like you were tentative, like you were scared, like you're like, just say Iggy B, man. It sounds cool when you say Iggy B, man.
I mean, but, you know, I like saying his last name,
Isaiah
though.
For saying Bo because he said Boa.
Because he said Boa. I mean, Boa. I mean, Bo. How that's like the easiest last name to say ever.
That is dumb easy to say. You should be ashamed of that.
Kadeem Allen had 13 points and 6 assists tonight. Finally, you know, a decent game out of Kadeem Allen. Lamar Peters, he played 9 minutes, had 1 point, 2 assists. Tyler Cavanaugh had 7 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Andrew White had 8 points, 1 rebound. I was surprised that the Knicks kept the starters in for as long as they did in that fourth quarter. They would really want to wrap this game up, make sure that they got this win, went home with a win. I don't blame them. The Knicks played Kenneth Smith. He had no points. He played for 6 minutes. Zach Irvin had 2 points. Markel Crawford had 3 points. Billy Preston played for 3 minutes, had no points. Alonzo Trier and Kenny Wooten did not play. Did not play this evening. We'll take a look at the matchup. Taking a look at the matchup, the Knicks had a 31-point lead. That's their biggest lead. The Lakers never led tonight. All right, the Knicks had 45 rebounds. Won it on the glass. They had 24 assists, 6 steals, 6 blocks. They only had 12 turnovers on the night. The Lakers only had 10 turnovers on the night. Overall, the Knicks shot 52% from the field, 46.4% from 3, and they shot 65% from the free throw line. The Knicks went to the line 40 times. They shot 26. Beautiful. They shot 40 free throws tonight. The Lakers went to the line 31 times. The Lakers shot 38.8% from the field, and they shot 33.3% from 3. But yeah, the Knicks went to the line 40 times. That's nice. I like to see that. Let me see who went to the line the most. Kevin Knox went to the line 12 times. RJ Barrett went to the line 10 times. RJ Barrett was 7 for 10. Knox was 9 for 12. So that's that's good. That's good stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? That's good stuff right there. Let me get to my man right here that just joined us with the do-rag on, and he doesn't know the rules about getting your name in there. But let me join. My man, what's popping with you, bro?
You with the do-rag?
Yeah.
Can't really hear you.
Yeah. How you doing?
I wanted to talk about Frank, man, because I see a lot of people hate on Frank in the comments, and I'm just like in the group chat. I'm just saying to myself, give the kid some time. You know what I'm saying? Like just like the other guy, Guillermo. That's how you say his name, Guillermo, right?
Guillermo.
How you were talking about RJ that he does all the dirty work, like he got the rebounds, and that's what the Knicks needed last year. But that's what Frank does. Frank moves the ball around. You understand what I'm saying? He plays defense. The problem is he just can't knock down an open shot. And I think it's too much of the shots he's taking. You know, he's not really a knockdown three-point shooter. And he takes mostly long twos. He don't have a teardrop in his game. He don't have a floater, and he's not explosive enough to get to the basket. But y'all blame him for this. Me personally, I blame the Knicks coaching staff for this. Or not even necessarily the coaching staff, not even the coaching staff, but the strength and conditioning coaches. People like that, you got to blame them, because a lot of those people that work on the teams, they don't know how to get these NBA players right most of the time. Sometimes those guys, they don't even know how to train them. You understand what I'm saying? They don't know how to train these guys. You understand what I'm saying?
So you hold on. Let me unmute Guillermo so I can hear what Guillermo had to say. Go ahead, Guillermo. What you say?
Yeah, no offense. You might be very new to the channel, because everything you're saying, me, Sim, Isaac, we've been saying this, Vincent. So no one's getting on. Like, I was, I'm Frank's biggest supporter. Everything you're saying, I've said that. They didn't put him in the right position in terms of coaching. They should have put him more on the block. They should have had more off-ball movement.
Exactly.
All that stuff. I've said that, but again, this is
I've been saying that myself.
I'm saying that Frank has to look at, like, last year's tough because they were tanking. So I think this year there's gonna be a lot more off ball movement, because just look at this summer game. This game and the first half of the first game, I think that's the offense the Knicks won, where you have the high pick and roll, you have another guy moving, you have a lot more movement, and that's gonna suit Frank. But I've been saying that, hey, Frank is a guy to play give you defense, give you rebounds, make the hockey pass, which is, he makes the pass that gets the assist. All that's I've been preaching that since. But again, you're talking about a guy on his third year. We talk about the shooting. Yes, he may not have a teardrop to his game, but you got, like, let's be honest. We most of us, or all of us, whatever, we work 9 to 5s or 5, whatever it may be. Frank, his only job is to play basketball. So if you're talking about getting better at something that you don't necessarily need speed or great natural talent to be able to shoot threes. I'm not saying it's easy, but he should be improving on that in the summer. And that's
one thing to his credit, he was never a 3-point shooter when he was in France. That was not his game.
That's not true. No. He
was not a good 3-point shooter. And then another thing is, right, some of these guys, right, one thing, right, some of these guys, right, because people say, well, he's in the gym, he's knocking the shots down in the gym, but it doesn't translate to the game. The game is different, because a lot of times when you're playing competitive and the game is frenetic, is up and down. You understand what I'm saying? Your heart rate is going fast. Some of these guys, they can't shoot under duress. That's the main problem. So I blame.
You should be in the NBA.
No, it's not that. A lot of guys go through this. Even LeBron go through this. A lot of guys go through this, because when you're sprinting and you get fouled, going to the basket, trying to get the dunk on the and one, and you get fouled, your heart rate is beating crazy. You go to the free throw line, they don't calm their breath to get their heart rate low to knock down the free throws. Some players don't necessarily understand this, because basketball is an anaerobic sport. So you look at Frank's body, he's not built anaerobically. That's another reason why he got injured. He's not built anaerobically. You could just look at him. Now, I know you can say a lot of players aren't, but you have to make sure your anaerobic conditioning is on point. You understand what I'm saying? So he probably can't shoot. He can't shoot under duress.
The two things.
He can't shoot under duress. And also, another thing, right? He's playing in New York, so the lights are so bright. He went from playing in small places in France, coming over here now to New York is like everybody wants you star. So you see him playing, he's looking around. Instead of, okay, I'm wide open, let me 1-2 dribble, knock the shot down. He's not doing that. He's not doing that. 1-2 dribble, okay, now he close out on me. Let me attack the closeout, get to the basket. If another guy rotate, let me just make the simple pass. He's not playing like this because he's thinking too much instead of just playing the game instinctively.
I got you. Can I answer your questions, though? So, one, he actually was a good shooter in France. If you go back and look at his game in France, he was knocking threes in France. So that's a misnomer that he was a good shooter in France. He was.
The line is closer. The line is closer.
Two, if you come to NBA, like, this is why the NBA is a special league. That's why any top sport is a special thing. If you are not ready for the big lights, I'm not saying Frank should have came in and been a super. I've never said that. If you can't score on the big stages, you shouldn't be here. And that's not even true, because if you go back and look at the Golden State game that he had, the game he played against Golden State, where he had 17 in the first 3 quarters, that's the best Frank I ever saw. And you're talking about a team where the Knicks were literally in it until late in the third quarter. They switched and put Cantor back in. He got abused, and they threw the game away. Frank, when you talk about guys on a big stage, if you can't play in a big stage, you shouldn't be in an NBA. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not an NBA because, one, I'm not athletically talented like these guys. And two, I'd probably be scared of the big lights too. But there's a reason why guys like me and many other guys who are way more athletic than me but can't stand the pressure are in NBA. Like, stuff like that, I'm not saying Frank should come in. I've never said Frank should come in and average 25 and all these, Curry-type numbers. But stuff with pressure and getting your game to the point where you can hit those threes when you're open, you're talking about Frank playing under duress, right? Sim, correct me if I'm wrong. How many times did the opposing teams last year and the year before give Frank 10 feet because they're like, he's not going to hit that? And Frank would miss the shot. And I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah, he's thinking rather play. I'm saying it's a different level of pressure.
All right, like, you gotta rise up to the top or you go away.
Couple years. Look at JJ Redick the first couple of years he got in the NBA. Was he look how he played in Duke. When he came to the NBA, he struggled his first couple of seasons. It's different. And he wasn't used to the physicality of the game, the speed, the pace, the anaerobic condition. He struggled. Look how he played at Duke his year when he was in Duke. He came to the NBA, and it looked like he was going to be out the league. It took him years to get himself acclimated. It takes some guys some time like that. Now, I'm not like automatically disagreeing with you, right? But that's the thing with some players. You got to give them time. The kid came in. He's only 20 years old. He's going to be 21 in a couple of weeks or something like that, right? A lot of these guys that came in the draft this year are his age or a couple of months younger than him. Dennis Smith Jr. and Lonzo Ball, all these guys are older than him. You got to give the kid some time. It look like he's still growing. And if you look at him recently, you look at how his physique looked, it looked like he's finally getting himself right. And the reason why that was wrong, because he's from France. He don't have this NBA style of basketball. He didn't come up playing in Rucker Park or he played in the playground. He played in system basketball his whole life. It's not playground basketball. He's not used to the style we play here in the States.
I've been saying that, bro, but if you look at it, if you're the GM and you didn't draft Frank Ntilikina, you're the GM, right? Your career's on the line. I didn't draft Frank, right? So I'm just saying this from a realistic standpoint. If you're the GM, you didn't draft Frank, you're not Phil Jackson. You're looking at all the guys you brought in. You traded for DJ, blah, blah. You drafted RJ, blah, blah. You brought in these vets. If you're the GM and your career depends on these guys being successful overall, are you going to sit there and wait for this guy and continue to try to gear the offense towards him, which I think they should in a sense? I'm not disagreeing with you. But if I'm the GM, I'm looking at it like this. Yo, Frank, you got to come in and show and prove that you're a way better three-point shooter when you're over. Like all that stuff about this is big time, bro. This is big time. So if you can't show and you gotta be out. Right? I'm not wasting time.
You gotta understand, right? He really didn't get a fair chance. His rookie season, he really didn't get a fair chance his rookie season. You know what I'm saying? He would play some games and then they would yank him, sit him on the bench. They were starting Jared Jack over him. He's not a part of the future. They started him over him.
Yeah, that was a different regime.
Yeah, but still, you know what I'm saying? He really didn't get his fair shot. You know what I'm saying? Then his next year, you bring in Moutier, you bring in Trey Burke. These guys wasn't part of the future. Moutier is not on the team no more. Trey Burke, you shipped him. He didn't even last maybe a whole entire calendar year with the Knicks.
All right, I'm going to let them guys continue to battle that one out. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, I know Nate has something he wants to add, so I'll get Nate up there, let Nate add what he wants to add. Guillermo and my man with the cap, they can go ahead and battle that out. You know, continue to talk about Frank. Nate?
What's up, man?
The Knicks, they finished with a win. They finished the Summer League with a win. I'm not exactly sure what the standings are and where they are in the standings. I know if you are going to make the playoffs,
you got to win at least 2 games, I think.
If you're going to be in the playoffs, you got to be in the top 24. I don't think the Knicks are going to be there.
No.
All right. I don't. You never know what can happen, but I don't think the Knicks are going to be in the top 24.
They should throw them in there just because of that first game with that earthquake situation. They didn't even get to finish the game, and who knows? The Knicks could have come back and won that game.
Well, yeah, I mean, they just chopped it up as a loss to the Knicks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They chopped it up as a loss to the Knicks. But how'd you feel about this game, finishing off this game?
It was promising. I think this is the game that I expected the Knicks to play pretty much all summer league. I mean, like I told you in the beginning, I was very disappointed with the way the Knicks were playing in the summer league because you look at their roster. I mean, with Trier, Knox, Barrett, Mitch Robinson, you've got some good young players on this squad, and Brzezinski too. Sorry, it's expected that they should have been better than what their record is.
Yeah. Well, let's put it like this. The Knicks need to be, if they want to make the playoffs, they need to be in the top 24 teams. Right now, with that win, they're number 26. So you still got some teams that haven't played. They're not going to be over top of Toronto because they lost to Toronto. Milwaukee Bucks are 1-2. The Atlanta Hawks are 1-2. The Portland Trailblazers are 1-2. The Wizards are 1-2. The Houston Rockets are 1-2. And Team China is 1-2. So,
oh my God, China's got more than 2. Dang, right. Man, that's terrible.
Right. So, we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I'd like to see them continue to play, man. I mean, I think their confidence is really building in this fourth game, and I'd really like to see, them play more. But I mean, the three things that I wanted to see in this summer league that I saw so far was Knox's development, and that's a plus. His shot looks more fluid. He looks more confident. He's not as timid. So that's I was impressed with that. RJ Barrett, he's going to get better. His shooting obviously has to improve a lot. His free throws have to be better. It's ridiculous how bad this guy is a free throw shooter. I mean, I think he airballed the first game.
Well, he shot 75% tonight.
Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, it looks like he's improved. And he's
shot
getting better.
70%. He shot 70% tonight, I believe, RJ Barrett.
And that's the main thing you want to see in these young guys. They get better throughout the games. That's the maturation of a young player. And then Iggy just, man, I like this guy. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When we drafted this guy, I didn't know who the hell he was because I don't watch Michigan basketball. Mm-hmm. I'm an SEC guy, so I watch more SEC than anything. But I watched highlights of this guy, and this guy is just a baller. I mean, he just goes out and balls. And very confident guy. And that's why I'm saying I think he's got some Manu Ginobili in him, man. I really do. He's got that no fear to the basket type of dude. A little bit crazy sometimes. He's got a great little spin move. I don't know if you watched some of the spin moves where he just passed out of the spin move.
Yeah, I was watching. He did some in summer league. Yeah, some couple of nice moves, man.
So I mean, and Iggy was another guy that I really wanted to see. So overall, I mean, I'm pleased with the players individually. Was I pleased the way the team played? No, I was not. I thought we should have won almost every game, except for maybe the Toronto game. I really didn't watch that because I didn't have NBA TV. But that seems like the only game that kind of got away from us. But the other two games, we should have beat the Suns. We should have beat the Pelicans. We had the Pelicans on the ropes early, and we just blew it. Especially when Zion went out. You thought we were going to run, but we couldn't score for 7 minutes or something like that. Yeah, we went
for a while without scoring, yeah. But, hey, you know what? It's okay. You know what? If they get in, they get in. If not, then, it's all done. But they can go home with a nice win and try to build on that. Big shout out to Busy AL39 and said, "This is my boy Frank's year. Watch." Let's hope so, man. I'm hoping so. There's a lot of competition out there. Let's see if Frank can, see if Frank can get it. You know what I mean? Well, the only reason why I'm gonna say he's not done is because a lot of these guys aren't gonna be here. These guys, we signed 6 people in the offseason. Some of these guys not gonna be here the following year. They're vets that are gonna move along, and they're bringing in vets to try to help bring these young guys along. We'll see. It could be.
But the thing is, the Knicks more likely, let's be real. I mean, unless we have a great year and we make the playoffs, we're probably looking at another top pick in the draft again, or around the top 10 pick.
We'll see.
I mean, we're going to continue to add more talent. So if Frank doesn't get better, he's just going to fall lower and lower down the depth chart. It doesn't matter who we get rid of or what we do. I mean, we already see what Trier looks. Trier looks really good, man. I don't think we've talked anything about Trier.
Yeah. Let's talk about him. Alonzo Trier looks really good.
His game looks solid, man. Shot 3-point looks like he got the 3-point shot down a little bit. Mid range, he's always been a good mid range guy. Playing more smarter with the ball, looking a lot more confident in his game.
Yeah.
I mean, he could easily step up on Frank. I'm not happy about his defense.
He already got more playing time than Frank. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll see what happens. We're gonna see what happens with that, man.
You got Damian Dotson, who, again, another guy who shoots better than Frank. So Frank's really got to show something in training camp, man. I really do. I mean, I love Frank, man. I really want this guy to develop, because I tell you what, man, if Frank develops, you're talking about Mitch Robinson, Kevin Knox, RJ Barrett, Bigzdowskis, or whatever his name, Iggy. I was calling Iggy.
Guillermo said call him Iggy B, so call him Iggy B.
Yeah. Trier. I mean, you've got all these players
we got some players. We got some players. Yeah.
I mean, God, I don't know any team that's got that kind of talent at that age.
We got some guys. We'll see if we can develop them. Hey, I'm gonna get to a couple of phone calls, man, and then I'm gonna be out of here. All right. So I'm gonna try to get to some phone calls. While you guys are arguing in the background about whatever you're arguing about, we try to, talk to a couple of guys and see if we got some ideas about the game. And there's gonna be people that want to talk about Frank. I already know it. Call in. Give me a call. 516-405-2246. And talk to me about the Summer League game. What did you like that you seen throughout the Summer League? What did you not like? I'm only going to take a couple of calls, so hurry up and get them in. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, what's up, Tim?
What's going on with you, my man? All right, Summer League. I think Summer League is over. Pretty sure Summer League is going to be over. What do you think?
I think the way I look at it is a lot of these guys. I mean, I honestly only think Barrett and Mitch are going to be starters next year. So, I mean, I look at the Summer League as just seeing what these guys can do. And, I mean, I had a question I wanted to ask, but I guess it's too late in the show. But I was going to look at it this way, is like, Frank's got to play hard this training camp. He can't play around, because, I mean, you can't, without any good conscience, take away minutes away from Trier for Frank. Like,
not today. At this moment, no. We'll see what happens in training camp.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens in training camp. But, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. You just got to see what happens in training camp.
Yeah, but for the rest of the team, I mean, I like Knox. He's making me nervous with that lackadaisical stuff. I mean, he goes out and gets 12 points, and then he's on the court, but you don't see him, and then it's just like, he takes time off on the court. He needs to call for the ball and really just go after it.
Well, he didn't take time off tonight. Yeah, he didn't take time off tonight. I can say that. He was hooping tonight.
Yeah, no, they were hooping. Tonight is, of all nights, they were hooping, but I like what I see from RJ.
Okay.
RJ is doing amazing work. I mean, he had a couple rough games, but now look what he's coming in and doing. He's double-doubles.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah.
Coming in with double-doubles?
That's right, 21 and 10. I mean, he's average. He should be maybe close to averaging a double-double. Probably somewhere. I think he's probably averaging, somewhere around 15 and 9 or something like that for Summer League. So that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty good.
Translate that to if he gets those exact numbers next year. Hey, he might. He's top 3 in Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he gets those exact numbers next year. I like the fact, though. I really like the fact that he can rebound the ball. Hey, my man, I'm gonna let you rock because I'm about ready to jump up out of here. All right.
No. Thank you very much for letting us, watch the game with you and
no doubt
conversate with you. Have a good night, man.
I appreciate it, my man. Have a good one. And I will be back on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe right now. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. You'll be notified anytime I go live, drop a video, post in my community section, whatever it is. So make sure that you subscribe right now. Subscribe to the channel. Isaiah, what's good?
Hey, what's going on, son?
What's up with you, my man? We missed you in the chat. You didn't join us in the chat tonight. What happened?
No, yeah, I couldn't join in tonight. I was at the gym. I went in late, and I was kind of tired. And then, yeah, I kind of wanted to watch the game. So,
Okay,
yeah,
no, that's cool.
Look, man, I'm gonna be a surprise guest on Friday, so don't worry.
All right,
you're gonna be hanging.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, never mind. I'm gonna text you later about that. But
right.
yeah, man, I seen the game was good. RJ, Kevin Knox played really well. Alonzo Trier, played. Did Alonzo Trier play? I didn't.
Nah, Trier did not play tonight.
Wait, was this the last Summer League game?
This the last Summer League game. Yep.
We not making it, but hey, RJ. I'm glad RJ came along. I wasn't really worried. about it. Like I said yesterday, I was just more focused on RJ with the rebound. And I think he had the most rebounds of everybody on the team, even
tonight.
Better than Mitchell Robinson.
He had 10 rebounds tonight. No,
Mitchell. Like his third straight game.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson had 11 rebounds tonight. But yeah, it's RJ's third straight game having 10 rebounds. Yep.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, Sam, I'll be very disappointed if RJ didn't average at least 6 rebounds. I'll be really disappointed. What was I about to say? Yeah, Summer League, look, we didn't get what we wanted. A lot of people expected us to be Summer League champs, but I think the game progressing, we got a little bit better. Defensively, we're still a big man defensively, but I like what I saw from RJ. I'm glad. One thing I'll say about RJ, he has a mentality that I do like, that we definitely need on this team, that, he didn't care what people were saying. He just buried his head, worked harder, and then he let the game speak for himself. So
that's it. That's it.
And then, Sam, I'm a big Frank lover. I'm one of Frank's big fans. Look, Frank, man, this is the year. And everybody knows I love Frank. This is the year for Frank. Frank has to do something this year to make himself stick out offensively. I'm not worried about his defense. Defensively, he's probably, besides Mitchell Robinson, the best player on the team. But he's got to do something. It either got to be through the assist or the orders.
Well, we're going to see.
I love Frank, man. I really do. It's just he got to get something, man. He got to make the open shots.
We're gonna see.
I don't know what that
Listen, we're gonna get a chance. We're gonna get a chance to see Frank play on the French national team. All right, so we'll be able to look at him a little bit. It's not gonna say anything about how he's gonna perform in the NBA, but we'll be able to watch a little bit and get a chance to see him play. And we'll have more to talk about with Frank. It's not that much we can talk about with Frank right now.
Yeah, and also I wanted to say about them, I have no problem with Frank playing for the national team because, at the end of the day, Frank is French, and he probably have some pride. That's how Americans have pride for playing for their national team. I'm not really angry at Frank playing with his national team because there's some competitive players, like you were saying earlier. Some of these dudes play in the NBA, and some of these dudes are maybe not NBA level players, but they're right below it, which is still good for Frank to play with.
You got Nicholas Batum is on the team. Fournier is on the team.
Tony Parker still play?
No, he doesn't play. We actually have 2 players on the team. The Knicks actually have 2 players on the French national team.
Oh, that other guy, right? I forgot he played Summer League.
Yeah, the dude that plays Summer League with the big hair. However you say his last name.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't want to butcher somebody else's last name, but however you say his last name. Labyrinth, Labier.
So you need to keep this.
Labier, Labery, whatever, Labery, whatever you say, however it is. But, he also plays.
He was killing me for Boa. But you can't even say none of these names.
Because bowl, like bowl, is the easiest word in the English language to say. Bowl. Bowl.
That's what I was saying. Bowl.
No, you were saying boa, like boa constrictor. You would say boa. Boa. It's not boa. It's bowl. B-O-L. Bowl. You were saying boa. Boa. You were like boa. It's not boa. It's bowl. So yeah, bowl is the easiest word in the English language to say, and you couldn't say it.
I don't think it's you're being a. Sim. Look, I cannot wait for Saturday, Sim.
I just hung up on him. Get him out of there. See, I always got to hang up on Isaiah because he always got something to say. Always got something to say, man. Always got to hang up on that guy. But look, we about to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. And as soon as I find out when Frank is playing for the French national team, I'm looking at the roster right now and trying to find a schedule and all that kind of stuff to find out when exactly he's going to be playing. I'm not exactly sure. But I'll keep you updated on that, and, maybe we'll check out a few games together if they're at the right time. But anyway, the Knicks won tonight. They defeated the Los Angeles Lakers 117-96. I guess we got to wait for the remainder of the games to play out to see if the Knicks make it into that top 24 for the playoffs. If they do, that's great. If not, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for staying on with me. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. So I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to go ahead and get to the guys in the appearing, get these last words, and we're going to head up out of here. All right? I'm going to start with Nate, since he's the only one paying attention right now. These other guys arguing. Go ahead, Nate. Give me some last words, man.
First off, it's Labissiere. That's the name of the guy you're talking about.
Is what?
Labissiere.
Labissiere? Okay.
Yeah, the one that plays on the French team.
Uh-huh. All right.
That's his name. Man, it was good to get a win. Probably going to be the last basketball we're going to see till training camp, so it's going to be a lot of dog days of summer still. I hope these kids continue just to get better, work with the coaches, work with each other. I mean, there's a lot of good cohesion there that you're seeing with these young guys. I just wanted your quick thoughts on, did you hear about the challenge flags in the NBA?
I heard about that, man. I heard about that. I don't know. I mean, how much? I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't slow the game down.
Did they practice them? Did they practice them in summer league at all?
I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's going to happen right in the NBA. They'll probably practice it in summer league first.
They'll probably do preseason.
Or preseason or something like that to see how it goes. I don't know. I guess I'd have to see how it works. I'd have to, see.
Yeah, the goaltending, I think, is a good one because I think that's a very controversial call. But, we'll see. As long as it doesn't slow down the game, that's the main thing.
Yeah. All right, Nate, man, I'm going to let you go.
See you Friday.
All right, man. I'll see you Friday. Peace.
Right.
All right, my man right here with the do-rag on. You want to give me some last words, about 30 seconds?
Oh, man, it's great that you had me on the show, man. I'm going to try to come back on more often as long as you have me, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I always have. What's your name, though? I didn't even get your name.
Oh, my name is Andrum.
Andrum?
Yeah.
Say that again. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right.
Andrum.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, it's great to have you on the show, man. I appreciate you, and hopefully you come back on Friday.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you, man.
All right. Peace, brother.
Peace. All right. Guillermo, give us some last words, man. Take us about here.
Yeah, man. Like what I saw tonight, man. Again, be patient, RJ Barrett, man. And Knox, I like the development. I'm ready for preseason to see what these guys do in preseason. I'm also ready to see what these guys do in the summer to get their bodies, and right, get the diets right and all that stuff. So, yeah, let's be patient, man. This youth movement is going to take some patience, but you're going to get, a lot of good things come out of it, especially what we've seen with RJ and Knox, man, and even Iggy. So
exactly.
Likewise, so man. Salute to you, Sim, and yeah. Check you later, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Have a good one, man. I'll catch you on Friday. Actually,
right,
tomorrow night I'll be on with the Entertainer tomorrow night. So make sure you check that. You know, we're gonna be talking Knicks
trash tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll be talking Knicks. So make sure you check that out.
No Giants. All right, cool. That's cool.
Yeah. All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you check out the Entertainer. Me and the Entertainer tomorrow night. We're gonna be on his channel talking Knicks. You know, you'll definitely get the notifications. So, you know, make sure you be there. The Entertainer, that's my guy. That's my homeboy. Right? And, you know, we plan on having a weekly show where we just talk Knicks. Me and the Entertainer, I'm going to put his YouTube channel in the chat so you can follow and subscribe to the Entertainer. All right? And I'm going to be on his channel tomorrow night. We'll be talking New York Knicks basketball. All right, we'll be talking New York Knicks basketball. So follow the Entertainer so that you can get the subscription. So you can get the notification as soon as he puts it out. All right, I'll be live with the Entertainer tomorrow night talking New York Knicks. You know, we'll talk about Summer League. We'll talk about free agency. We'll talk about Summer League. We'll talk about what we expect to come up in training camp, in the season, and all of that. All right, so make sure you follow my man, Entertainer. Okay, check out my website, nothingbutnicks.com. All right, it's a website that is growing. Listen, the website is in the works and it's growing, but check it out. Become a member. All right, become a member. Join the group. You can, you know, if you want to blog, you can blog. All right, there's forums on there. You can join the forums and you can, you know, do some posts in the forum. All right, a lot of stuff on there. You can set up your own profile. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool website. Check out the website right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you hopefully tomorrow night if you're going to be on with the Entertainer. If not, then I'll see you Friday, 10:30, as we're going to talk New York Knicks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified anytime I go live, drop a video, post in my community section. Have yourself a great rest of your work week. I'm out. Peace.
On the beat, boy.